idea
great.
called the Very British Civil War, which is like I think is it King Edward?
So Edward VIII, the one that abdicated because he wanted to marry an American,
doesn't.
It doesn't, and it causes a constitutional crisis, and basically Britain has another civil war, and like the British Union of Fascists take over, and then the armed forces all kind of splinter, and so you have like armed forces and the Union of Fascists, and then everyone else, and it's things like the WI become an army, and
the Women's Institute.
Yeah, the Women's Institute.
Oh, yeah. They have models, and it's amazing.
It's fantastic. It's grannies with Lee Enfields. Then they have people are like World War I veterans. They form like an old guard militia, and it's like literally these old men with their flat caps and double barrel shotguns, and somehow one of them found a Lewis gun. You know, it's really it's such a really fun. And then there's the communist parties.
I think the socialists have the socialists have a subgroup as well called the Gardening Club or something like that. It's like a whole bunch of day laborers, and they've got some guns, but a lot of them have like shears and like hose and shit.
And they've got like a Jeeves and Wooster character model, which is called Toff and Bertie or whatever it is, and it's basically like one of them's got a grenade launcher, the other one's got a Bren gun. It's great. So I really want to play.
When in doubt, hi.
We both found that, and it's a really great idea. It's not a big thing, but I think you could get the books a lot easier than I could, man. They're over there in Britain.
Funny
so
that.
You could get the.
Yeah, they're about £4 per book. It's and the models are like under a tenner for like squads. It's great.
Oh yeah.
Damn! If only Games Workshop was like that. Am I right, boys?
See, I don't play with their stuff anymore, so I don't know. Is it bad? I hear it's bad over there.
Oh, it's bad. It's very bad. It's terrible.
I'm streaming, I think, and I think I have sound and everything, and I think it's working first time, and this is incredible.
Oh yeah, I need to open your chat, Rival.
Okay.
Rival Zone Gaming.
Rival.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Before the whole thing.
Hold on, I haven't gotten a notification that you're streaming yet, and usually that's instantaneous for me.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I know you can hear me. It's whether the people actually on this live stream hear me.
On the live stream.
Oh, really? Excellent.
Yeah, he was being helpful, not a smartass. Being
helpful.
I mean,
it's so hard to tell the difference nowadays.
I mean, couldn't he be both? Couldn't he just be like, I can hear you? No, I mean in the.
To be fair, that's true.
Thank you for checking, Crimson. I do appreciate it, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Asshole.
It's actually, I'll put it out. Actually, it's kind of funny. The delay is a lot less.
It is.
I don't know if that's
now. I'm doing restream. Everything gets pushed to YouTube much faster, and it goes live immediately. I don't have to go in and turn it on or anything. It goes straight through.
Though is your
the delay on YouTube is down to like 6 seconds from 25. It's brilliant.
I need to adjust the volume of the Age of Sail sounds that I've got on the background.
Age of Sail? Is that? Oh, that's what you've been using in the background for the.
For some of it, not like.
Not during the island interlude.
No, for all the on the boat stuff, like, and by the beach.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Are we all good to go? Everybody online with their various things. All right.
I'm good to go.
All right.
I still don't have my notes.
Good to go.
Shit. GM, everybody else ready? Cool. Shit, I'm not ready.
Shit.
All right. No, I'm good. So. Who wants to do a little recap and also get actually, Utari, did you watch the last couple of minutes that you missed over like anybody's streams or? Okay, somebody want to recap and also inform Utari what he missed.
I didn't get injured at all.
Roach, because we missed a week, why don't you do the recap?
Yeah.
All right.
You know, you've got the notes in front of you.
I do. I have way too many of them. So, Yeah. Last week you guys began your session in the middle of a fight, uh, where you were fighting a whole bunch of what you found out to be fanged sea serpents that had two colonies and two separate pools uh, that may or may not have had the full amount that they possibly could bring to bear. And what ensued was, I think, 2 hours of combat or
Yeah,
more.
it was great.
It was a straight combat session where quite a few of you got very close to death.
I didn't get hit once.
Neither did I.
He lied.
Right.
He
Shut the
lied.
fuck up.
I really
He
did.
lied.
I died pretty
Yeah.
much. I lost enough health to die.
Yeah, yeah, and a couple of people. You also lost two nameless individuals, who shall be missed. Moment of silence.
Red shirt 1 and 2.
So,
These guys were so screwed over because, they didn't even have name tags.
nope, they didn't have name tags. Though one of them surprisingly lived for quite a few hits, or potential hits before finally getting actually.
Yeah, he
hit and die.
dodged so much.
Yeah, and you also saw your not friend but potential ally slash frenemy, Bonla, get hit pretty bad, dragged out into the water. You saw your friend R1 go. I think you went down once. Sesh almost went down, which and Isaac almost went down all around the same time, which would have been very bad for the party, given the fact that around the same time you were within one hit of dying. I remember that.
No.
Or one hit of going down.
R1 and Sesh were. I was full health, invisible, and impervious to pretty much everything at that point.
Who was it then? I remember it was really bad
I
because
almost went
you're
down right
healing.
at the beginning, and then it was really difficult because I was 200 foot away.
Right. That's
There was like 3 times where I think Sesh, if you had rolled better on the dice, I would have went down. I think was how it worked out. in the
most
end.
likely. And I rolled very well during that encounter for a lot of attacks, but not very good for the damage in some of them. But
That's
eventually,
like 23 to me, I think.
yeah. Eventually, you figured out the puzzle, which was to open the sluice gates, or open the vents that were on the opposite wall, to allow for the water to drain, so that the individual creatures could not attack you, and you did so by following Sedna's lead. Though unfortunately, she was not of enough upper body strength to execute the plan without aid. Yeah. Afterwards, you found a second chamber that opened up that included a place to put the scales of misjudgment that you acquired. Some would say grave robbed from the tomb of Pelon the Pious, and thereby opened a new chamber to a that was disconcerting, to say the least, with the walls made of carved human or ghostly, ghoulish vestiges and faces. And as you followed Setna's lead, you did finally get confronted with the final, not necessarily challenge, but Galafar's spirit / corp informed you that this was a grand trial, and Sedna accepted her gift from her, as you found out to be, father, in the form of his sword, and that created a bit of a disturbance, and I think that's when Utari had last week, or the week before last. What essentially occurred was there was a large storm of wind, and what turned out to then be composed mostly of spirits that all circled around, carving away the faces on the edge of the little, or the big chamber you were in, and opening one of the walls to the open sea. And then after the end of it, with your party being unable to leave due to the wall of spirit, water, and air, the storm ended, refilled the giant kind of pool that was in the center of this chamber, and in doing so allowed the I get the ships mixed up in my head because they have very similar names.
Not the Strumpet's Cry, the other one.
Siren Scream. The Siren Scream, which was Galifar's flagship, which was a monstrously large, elvish / dwarvish designed galleon with scorpion, ballista, and multiple masts. I think I said it's a 3-masted large ship, multiple decks. After that occurred, you had a parting of ways with Sedna, in which she told you never to speak of what you had seen in this chamber. And she tossed you a bag of money with a little bit of a bonus over the agreed upon amount that you were due to be paid. And you all left, exited out into a now no longer stormy sky. The possible enchantment on the local area now lifted, and the stormy weather and waves and winds seem to be abated in this area. Whether that's forever or for now, you don't know. And we left off with you just exiting and going towards your mounts, who have been kind of tied up on like a bush that's kind of next to the doorway that you went in. I don't think I missed anything there. I think so. Yes, you have exited the chamber. You know for certain that the other individuals of Sedna's crew and that came ashore with you, along with the longboats that or the boats that they use to row in, are a well ways down or up north on the beach. And you did notice there are ways to get more inland before that. So if you wanted to not pass them, you definitely could. You did that already. But yes. So what do you all want to do?
Where on the map are we?
Give me a
We're
second.
just a little bit south of Gorgon, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, how little bit?
Tall.
Because it was
Yeah.
a day's travel by ship.
Well, the village was only like 4 hours away, so
Yeah.
I-
If I was to mark, because I'm going to draw on here, you're probably around here. And that was a
Okay.
day's travel on ship going do that wide roundabout
Yeah.
past the
Right.
cove and the storm. So it's a bit straighter shot for a ship now if they went across. But you'd say, looking at your map, knowing where you are, kind of using landmarks, because I mean the map. Let's just say your map is probably better resolution.
Resolution wouldn't be the term we'd use.
Wouldn't be a higher detail. More expensive.
Slightly
you need more
higher detail.
You need your parchment needs more processing power to display it. You're probably a day, the better part of a day's journey. You could get there if I check out the date as of right. I remember I calendar. It's a little bit before. That's right. Don't think it's say. It was, if I recall correctly, it's 16th of Aldine, and it's close to 2 o'clock. Yeah. So you could get to Gorgon probably before nightfall tomorrow, because you have to kind of go through the sticks a little bit to get to road, and then from the road you can keep going quicker.
Okay.
So you could get on the road before dark today, but then you'd have to travel most of the day to get to Gorgon.
On the
But we're
road
also, like,
again.
A day's travel from the magic
school.
College of Magic.
Well, you're on the map there. The magic school on your map is that tower there.
Mhm.
and you have to go around. It's a bit of a roundabout way. It would take you probably 2 days.
Day and a
You'd have to
half,
go
2 days,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, because you'd have
But
a
this
little
is
bit
the
of a
closest
trip.
we've been.
That is true. That is true. So it's up to you what you guys want to do. And
I mean-
I don't know if it happened last session, but the session before, do remember you did get a
mission
psychic
from God.
message.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
My
necessarily God.
suggestion-
An angel.
Palor, technically a god. Yeah. I believe the suggestion was we go through Teutonia, through the river kingdoms into Utetian steppe kingdoms, and then down into the Grey Wastes where the.
Well, yeah, because we want to
that would
stop
be-
at 2 libraries.
Yes, the one in the river kingdoms, and then the one in the Utetian steppe kingdoms. Because one of you seen as many cousins knows of one. So.
Well, no, it's not the steppe kingdoms that has the library.
There's one in the
Those
Gold
guys.
River Republic and Teutonia.
And there's also one in the Kalan dynasty. that you
Also,
found,
I'm looking at the
that's the one
image and
that
maps.
Ustinia's cousin.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I'm
what?
looking at the images and maps pull out. Which one is the one that shows me the world map?
That's
All I see is Gorgon and stuff like that.
Uthulia.
Oh, that's-
Uthula.
Yeah.
Thula,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. That's
U-
the world. That's the name. That's
Uluru.
the world.
The
Uluru. Oh yeah, yeah.
the Great Red Mesa.
Yeah, you know, there's one in Takova, which is the one in the Gull Rivers, which is the orange nation in the center. You know that there's a smaller one in Teutonia that's near. You don't know the actual. I don't think you know the actual name, but you might have. I don't have that marked down.
R1
But
found
there's
it.
yeah,
R1
there's
did it.
No,
one
I
in-
just
there's-
knew of it. I just knew
Yeah,
there
you
was
knew of
one
it,
in
yeah.
Teutonia.
You know there's one in Teutonia, and you know there's one in the capital city, the Kalan dynasty, which is the green one on the left side of the map, which is the capital city. Stillamas, which has a big elfish library in it. So those are the 3 big libraries you know on the continent that are publicly available.
Well, the worst thing about going to Gorgon, I guess, other than the fact that we're going the opposite direction of where we probably should be going, is that
It's the only
we know
roadway
Gorgon.
round. We're on a
'Cause
peninsula.
Gorgon's the only way to.
that's fair.
Gorgon's to the north.
Okay, so I thought we went the opposite direction. Sorry, we went to the right on the
We're,
map.
we're marked on the map.
Back in a bit.
Yeah,
That's right.
and the freehold
Um,
on the freeholds map, it's marked.
Okay, so we go to Gorgon. We take a boat from Gorgon to Broken Shield, which is the only city I see on the coast in Teutonia, and then we work from there.
We left Broken Shield, so we'd know that. That's
Actually,
where
I think you
that,
left Dove. I thought you left. I'll double check, but I thought you left Dove.
You left Fall Harbor, didn't you?
no,
Well,
that's
there's-
where we
went to
arrived. That's where we arrived. We originally came in on a
Yeah.
boat from Teutonia.
Oh, I see. It's been a while, okay?
Oh yeah, that's for us as well.
I thought we were gonna. I thought we said we weren't gonna get on any more boats.
Yeah, I thought we were going to travel
It'd be
on
faster
foot.
than walking, you know?
we've all
There's a
got
lot of walking
horses.
there. True.
You also
Still,
you
it's
do
a-
know
you
there
Skyships.
are sky ships. There are
Yeah.
exorbitantly expensive
Weren't we
tickets.
going
but-
from like Gorgon
Yeah,
all the
Rich.
way up to Norn Darim?
That was
On
before
Skyship.
we got the message from the angel through Isaac. That was our original plan, and then
Yeah.
Isaac went all voodoo-y, and we ended up canceling that because that was going to take
Yeah.
us way
Who do
out
you
of-
voodoo,
Somehow
bitch?
his eye- Somehow his eyes
Definitely
got less
not
life.
Isaac.
Got less life in them with his eyes somehow, even though they're just colorless or singular color orbs in his face.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought we were going to walk, but we could. I mean, I guess we can take a boat. Really don't want to go on a boat. I don't like boats.
We haven't
Barry
had the
doesn't
best
like
of luck
boats.
with boats.
Barry doesn't like
That's
boats.
fair. Well, if we
I don't
walk,
know.
we walk. It's
You've
just
gotten
my
a lot
suggestion.
richer with the last boat you were on.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair.
You
Like,
almost.
that's my
Arwen almost died because of the last boat we were on.
I'm going to say that since Sesh was not on that boat, that's her suggestion. Because she was not
Well,
on
he's
the
talking
boat
about
with
the boat you
eel.
were just on.
I'm
'cause he
talking
almost
about the boat we
died
were
in
just on.
We didn't die on that boat at all. That boat was fine.
Almost.
You almost
Because
died
of
on
that
a
boat, I almost
skyboat.
died.
Yeah, I almost died in a skyboat, so technically we're all just fucking phobiaed of traveling right now. Let's just fucking take a train. Fuck
Let's
it.
just continue this campaign by sitting in Gorgon like we have done for the last 30 sessions.
No,
For the last 6 months.
Come on, we're
been
going
in
to go somewhere
Gorgon.
else.
Next thing you know, we're gonna be like the guards in Gorgon are gonna be like, look, if you guys want to stay here any longer, you're gonna need to apply for citizenship.
do
No
not want
vagrancy,
the
come on.
Dwarven citizenship.
So, the plan was, I thought, we go to Gorgon, grab any supplies we need, and then start traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
cool.
my thought
Yeah.
as well.
And I thought we were going to try and go by land to Vildur, because wasn't there a bard college there?
There's a bard college in Nordarim.
Nordarim. Oh, okay. Well,
Nordarim, yeah.
okay.
But
then
there
we
is-
don't
Vildur is
necessarily...
actually the current capital of
Yeah.
the. It rotates every time, every 10 years to a new capital
Hold.
city. But currently, it's Vildur is the current capital.
Where's
whole
my notes
of
on
the Dwarvish
Bard's
freeholds.
colleges?
Well, if we go there anyway, that's the city on the mountain range between the Dwarven Freeholds and Teutonia.
Do we
There is a
know?
road
Do
to
we,
the south.
do we know if
road.
there's a road that connects Teutonia
road
and the Dwarven
to the
Freeholds?
south?
Oh, there is. There is.
Road to the south.
Okay, so we don't even.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
to
we
the
can. So we can.
You
we-
don't need, Vildur is kind of a spur, but there is a road that connects both the nations together, but it is militarized in a way. Teutonia is not a popular nation in Iral, so most of their borders have some sort of militarization. You've never crossed them. You never crossed the border, so you don't know how hard.
But we
or
would
easy
have,
it is.
we would have come in from different borders though to that place, to Teutonia though. So we might.
Yeah, but you never crossed the Dwarvish border.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we came in by ship.
I say we go on the road. Oh, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, okay.
Got more chance of being ambushed and stuff.
Quick question, Roach.
Yeah.
Are the bards
Roach's face.
connected? Like,
Teleportation
basically-
circle, or do they?
no.
mailing
Do
it?
do they send each other like information
Emails,
about their students and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Are,
It-
like,
not
is there,
necessarily.
Like, a group
They're-
of it, or is it like individual private school?
Is there a students'
somewhat-
union?
Yeah, basically.
They're somewhat insular in some ways. Because they each practice their craft differently.
Right.
But there are certain things that are shared. Like they're very important, so they'll share like, the most recent thing you remember was there was some information about a bardic student that you remember from one of the Western colleges that broke a really taboo rule. You never heard what that rule was, but he's kind of been banned from every college.
All right. So they don't
Like stuff
okay.
like that. It's not like oh you went to Waldkin's Bardic College. Oh, well, let's see here. Let's check our records. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
And
they don't
no,
share
they're-
records. Okay.
No, not like that. They're very insular.
So yeah,
So-
quickly go to Gorgon, grab supplies, head out on the
Sell
road.
some shit. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, to be fair, Roach's face curled up into a very sinister smile when you mentioned ambushes on the road. So
Well, ambushes are always on the road. That's why we're taking the road.
Where else would they come from?
That's why we're
I
taking
mean,
the
The
road.
sky?
yeah, possibly some bitch flying in a pterodactyl. Like, okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So you're wanting to just I mean, all right. I'm assuming you start moving out at that point.
Yeah.
Find a
Yeah.
way to get off the beach and start your journey. By the way,
Yeah, way back
now with
before.
the weather gone, this beach still really morbid. Still, I mean, it's not a
Yes.
nice place.
Yeah.
It's not a nice place. There's still a shitload of shipwrecks. Like,
This place won't be
Oh.
like a tourist trap anytime
Yeah.
soon.
yeah, it's not Brittany or anything like on the beaches. It's just kind of no, still wouldn't want to vacation here.
Still wouldn't want to come out here with a picnic because you might get like an iron nail through your leg while you're
Right.
running around.
Yeah.
Sounds like Margate.
Or fine. So yeah, it doesn't take you long to travel down the stretch a little bit, find a little path up, and you start going towards where you kind of feel on the map there's going to be a road somewhere you're going to intersect with. And it takes you about an hour, and it's pretty thick. Like, this is not a built-up area. This is pretty well abandoned in this region. But after about an hour, going through some really built-up kind of yearly grasses and shrubs and yearling trees and stuff, you finally find a road that also looks fairly not in the best condition. Doesn't look like it's traveled much down this far in the south. And start heading up north. Is there anything you guys like to... I mean, you guys can talk to each other on your journey if you'd like.
We're all just ignoring
around
the
to
fact that Arawan kissed Sesh. Just ignoring that.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Yep.
Oh, that did. Yeah. Did.
We're
Well,
just
he was
ignoring that.
dying.
Didn't happen. That's true. I did save his life. So
That's-
I'm just going to
yeah.
ignore that. Unless he brings it up, I won't say anything about it. She's probably had people do things like that before. Like, thank you for delivering my kids kiss sort of thing. Oh.
Yeah, let's go with that
Yeah.
kind of kiss.
It's nothing
Sure.
new here. Yeah, totally. Gotta keep it PG-13 for the podcasts. Don't want
Oh,
that
yeah.
explicit tag, you know?
Oh, I've
Wow,
already got
fuck
it's already got that explicit tag on it. Let's face it.
Who gives a
Len.
shit with the way
Mine
I
hasn't.
talk.
That's fair. That's fair.
Um,
I
I'll
keep
just ignoring
forgetting about your this is such an aberrant part of your content, Rival. Just
Yeah.
just people joining in. Just
Hell.
my virgin ears.
Ah, swear words! Ah!
Hell,
Uh,
my viewers actually almost had a meltdown about 2 months ago when I just swore on the channel. Like, oh my god, he actually swore!
Yeah.
He can swear. What do you know? His voice
He
box
can,
hasn't
yeah.
been like
He is a full-grown
programmed,
man.
you know?
just real quick,
Real quick.
party.
Mhm.
What? So we can get in and out of Gorgon as quick as we can, like Walmart, just in and out. We don't want to spend any more time there than we have to.
And
What do we
Yeah,
need
that
to
pretty
get?
much runs it, yeah.
What do
We all
need to
grab
get?
like a bit of eat at like the really nice inn, and then we fuck off because we're like we'll
I
treat
need-
ourselves because we're rich now.
To be absolutely cliche, I need to go to the temple.
Well,
Damn it.
yes, that's obvious.
Okay, cool.
But equipment,
Let's
wise,
assume that
shopping
Isaac
wise,
That's kind of obvious. You know, it's the day of the week. Isaac has to go to the temple.
Yep.
shopping wise, what do we need?
I could probably use an extra healer's kit because I'm pretty low after all the stitching up I did of all you guys.
That way
Maybe
we can
two.
divide ourselves best.
How
to get
about some
in and out.
potions? How
Yeah,
about,
that
how
might
about
not
some,
be a bad
how
idea.
about some healing potions? Considering how sketchy
Yeah.
that last fight got.
You guys have
Healing
just never
potions
gotten healing
and-
potions. That's amazing.
I'd like to see if there was
I've just
some kind
been
of
the healing
armor I
god.
could pick up
That's
to make
all I've
myself
done.
a bit more buff.
That might take time because we are.
What kind of armor do you
Just to
have?
see if they've got anything. That's all. Not actually
What-
have something made.
What do you have currently though?
Like studied leather.
So
I mean that the best for you would just to get magical armor as a
Yeah,
ranger.
I
Because
think.
you want to stick with the lighter
De-
armors.
yeah.
Because you get your dex,
dex bonus.
Yeah,
and although we're not a stealthy party,
because I'm here.
don't get a disadvantage
Yeah.
to your stealth.
Yeah, studded armor is the best type of light armor that's available. Mundane light armor.
Maybe when we get to
Uh,
Teutonia, we could probably look into getting better weapons and armor because Teutonia looks like
Okay.
it might have.
plus,
you know,
remember anything we
one
buy in
minute price.
Gorgon, there's that massive taxing thing, so you have
Yeah.
to
Good
pay
point.
extra.
You buy or sell. in
Thankfully,
Gorgon, it's
though,
like,
we've
you
just
know,
released a pirate that might change that. So, you know, if we come back in a year or so,
we're all just like fight the power.
there might have been some
Uh,
tea dumped in some certain harbours.
Some tea dumped in the Bay of Gold. Just yeet.
we're gonna need to restock our rations just on the off chance.
Foods, cooking supplies. I'm gonna pick up. Did I already do that? But maybe we should grab some
a cooking set. Just a general like pots and pans and.
I've already got one of those. Pepper. But spices would be a thing maybe.
I've got a mess kit.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's to eat with.
Well, this is medieval. Mess kit is a different terminology. Then you're thinking like modern mess kit.
No, I'm
thinking.
I mean, you can heat it, but it's not like a whole pot and pan and lid.
In my head, a mess kit is a lot like a Roman mess kit, which is a pot and some pans. It actually comes with
and wine.
You make things with it as well. It's used to make that. In my head now.
It's
I could probably grab that anyway because
it costs a couple of gold pieces. So if it, that sounds like that's a lot of materials.
It's a lot of pottage.
Yeah. And what about like a general I want to buy one small tub of every spice that you have in this.
You want a spice rack?
Or yeah, essentially.
It'll depend on exactly how much you want. Cause
you gotta get your spice weasel.
There are some, for one, like saffron and stuff's going to be a lot more expensive now because there's a huge shipment of saffron that's just gone moldy a little bit further east of Gorgon because you guys never picked it up or brought it back. So it's kind of just.
Oh yeah, oops.
Because there's like a couple hundred pounds of saffron that's just sitting in a crate out there. It's just.
So how about this?
And you never really told the actual officials where the Aquilon was, so it took them longer to find it than you did. So...
All right, how about this? Because we're gonna have to go to the magic shop to get the health potions.
Mm-hmm.
There's a potion shop. You know that, Isaac.
Yep. There is a potion shop because it's the one that sold the energy drink that I'm still yet to try.
Yeah, the Red Bull.
Right. Okay. Well, I was
the White Claw monster.
What? Rebel? Someone say Rebel? What?
Is it near the magic shop?
It's in the same district.
Isaac.
No, it's in the. I'm telling him because he never actually. It's in the merchant.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so imagine now about this Rebel.
Shush.
I've got it.
I was think.
Oh yeah.
Then I will take it out of the bag of holding because it was just in the party inventory, and I just kind of put everything that was in there into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, it's like a slightly clear, yellowish liquid in a potion bottle.
Okay, so how about this? Sesh and Utari go get mundane supplies. So food, cooking equipment, any missiles that we have expended and need to refill.
Yeah, Sesh pulls out like a piece of paper and begins writing stuff down. List.
Isaac can go to the temple. Rivlon and myself will go get the potions and go check the magic shop for any armor for Rivlon.
All right.
Roach, is it okay if I just send you the list that I'm writing down, and you can just say if I can get them, and then I'll just look them up for prices?
I'll be good with that. If you want to make that public as well, you can, putting it.
Sure, I'll stick it
in the chat.
Yeah.
How many health potions? How many potions do we want?
I think at least one
each.
One for everyone who can't cast a healing spell, for sure.
Okay. So, one? Or two, because you can't cast them now, right? You got rid of healing spells?
No, I've still got one, but it's close range.
Then one.
Okay, maybe then
all
one
right,
each.
How about this? One for every person who can cast a healing spell, and two for anyone who can't.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So 7. Got it.
If you can get a deal on more, though, let us know.
Right.
Of course, if we can buy in bulk, obviously.
Yes.
Is there a Costco for these things?
Yeah.
Coming out of Potion Mart. It's cheaper by every crate you buy.
I'm just imagining it as an infomercial on TV. Are you tired of just standard healing potions not quite healing you enough? Well, you should try Helo.
All right. Yep. That I think that sorts that.
Just skate on past. Thanks a lot, mate.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the temple and talk. But I can meet. It might not take long, so I can always meet someone else and help. Do we need to make sure that we've got enough feed for the horses, just in case? We don't know what. Like, we might be able to find.
I kind of lump that in with the mundane.
Okay, so
supplies.
because we might find grazing, but we can't always be sure. So having a little bit of feed, plus we got a bag of holding now, which can, hold. So
Really?
our one has literally become a cart now, so we can fill him. As
Oh my
such.
god.
Okay. I don't.
That sounds like a really bad porno. Just to put it out there.
I'm gonna fill you like my cart. Anyway.
Oh god.
I would like to point out, one of my chat has just gone, we've got a bag of holding.
True.
Just spend all the money.
Well, no, because I want to buy armor because I don't like being stabbed.
Arwen's gonna eventually buy some better armor as well, because he does not like being a snack for creatures.
Yum. Unless that creature's a dragonborn.
Well, then yes. Then he's okay being a snack.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Is
A
there
different
anything
type of
we're
snack.
gonna specifically need for where we're going? Like, because eventually we're gonna be hitting hotter climes. Do we want to try and grab more water skins?
Water.
Yeah, no, but
Hi,
do
I am your local water
more
provider.
containers for it is what I'm saying.
Different
Things like
clothes?
that.
That's a good
Lighter
point.
clothes.
Like, I don't know how, yeah, like...
I'm in robes, thick robes. Like I come from winter zone. Like I come from essentially Norway.
I come
like,
from below
in
like the
terms of
equator. Like I'm
climes?
from Alhood, so I'm used to the heat.
Yeah.
And I probably have a set of
It's gonna
like,
be
lighter
it's the
clothes.
difference between I'm from Norway. I'm kind of in that sort of clothing. Maybe a bit lighter versions
I
going
think
to
those clothes
Morocco.
are something we're gonna have to get closer to.
there. Yeah.
Okay,
there.
thinner linens.
It's not. Yeah, not a lot of hot climates in the freeholds, unless
Yeah.
you were buying like in Rapkus or some of their colonies.
Damn, nature, you scary.
Yeah, essentially. Okay, so a spice rack personal. I'll put saffron down as optional because if it's too expensive, a mess kit personal. Rations, we'll say 50. That way we get 10 each. Because Utari can always scavenge and I can cook.
I still have
Yep.
12 rations, I think, on me or something stupid.
How many rations do I have?
I have 18.
Yeah,
I
like
think I've got like 30.
yeah.
I
I've
Oh,
got
shit,
kind
you're
use
back.
them because I can feed everyone.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
I
the shit out
only...
of me.
I've got 5, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll give you 5 extra. We'll give you 5
Well,
extra.
yeah, no,
and
no,
Utari already
yeah.
has 30. Yeah. So we'll give 5 to Utari, 10 to myself. Sorry, Arwan, Isaac, and then 15 to Utari to
I've
Rivalon,
got more
because
than
he
enough
only has
rations.
Yeah, Utari has a bunch, so... And I only have
Maybe
5,
you-
so...
Yeah. Ustenia's
wanna
got
get
a lot.
Let's see. Do you want to get 80 then and give everyone 20?
No. So
Yeah,
30,
I've got 9 rations.
Right.
left.
And I have 5.
I've got
So-
5.
18.
So
And-
32... How many did you have, Isaac?
9.
Oh no!
Don't
no,
forget, I can scavenge. So really, we're getting. Ideally,
just in case
we
we
want,
come across
3
somewhere
weeks
where-
supply in case we come to like an area that's not very productive.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
generally, in most areas, my stores should be nil.
Well, then
Yeah,
let's
these are just in-
top ourselves
these are-
up to 10.
So 1, 5, 5, and I don't need any. So we
Right.
need 11 rations.
And then once
Ustenia
we
doesn't
get
need
closer...
any. He's got 18.
Yeah, and then once we get closer to less fruitful,
Yeah.
bountiful
Areas,
areas,
we'll buy
We
more.
can always
so.
drop into a city and buy more rations. That's
Right.
not an overtly hard thing to do.
And then
It's all
how's
meat.
everyone on arrows?
Do you know what?
I've got 65.
I know
I've
what.
got 57, so I'm plenty good. I don't use my bow that.
That's fair.
I could buy another couple of quivers. That'd be fine for me. You know, I find my arrows constantly.
I only have 30 left of my 40.
I know what I'll do after I go to the temple. I'm gonna go see if I can hunt down a store to get more maps for where we're going. See if I can
Good
find
idea.
some charters maps. And
I'm-
being someone who's a cartographer, I should be able to find.
I'm debating if
Some
it's worth me
decent maps.
going after some plate mail, given how much we've got. Oh, how much did we get in that money? Because I never heard how much. That
Oh, there's
we
you can check the
haven't-
party inventory.
We-
It's not been
we
split up
haven't-
yet.
We haven't split that money up.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
wondering,
yeah.
is it worth me going for
hell out
plate
of me.
mail?
You've just
Well, you
upgraded
have
your
to
armor,
wait
haven't you?
weeks/months for that, right, Roach?
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
these guys are. They'd have to
You're
like
in a,
get
yeah,
horse
you're in a
armor, cut it down.
dwarvish. It's there's not a lot of human-sized armor pieces that are widely
What about a
available.
better shield? Is there better?
Oh, easily
I think
find
I
a better
found
shield.
a +1 shield, right? Didn't I?
I
Yeah,
found
you found
I
one.
found a +2 as well in one of the
Yeah,
magic shops.
you can find better shields. That's not as hard. Those are kind of uniformly sized because the dwarves use oversized shields, which means they're pretty normal sized for humans. So
Yeah,
It
I'll,
can-
It might be a
It
bit
can be
small for
pressed
me,
into
but you know,
yeah,
that's fine.
so that's easy enough if you need to.
yeah, I'm gonna hunt down for a better shield.
I
I'm
might
with
do
Brett.
that as well.
I'm just all about like boosting up my AC.
Yeah, why not?
Um,
By the way,
Also
sorry, I just
wanna-
want to say you're cutting out a little bit here and there. So I don't know if you're downloading anything, but it's just
I
getting a
will
little
check
bit of-
the.
I'm
I'll-
downloading anything. My internet is not great.
Okay,
Okay.
I will try switching the
Just one.
region just in case, because Western Europe always has problems.
I was switching regions.
Yeah, Western Europe often has problems anyway. It's like one of the most problem servers for Discord for some reason. So
it's probably one of the
Okay.
first ones. That's probably why. Anyway,
Now your camera's
Um,
gone terrible, Midge.
or is it?
Yeah,
Okay, no,
give it a
this
second.
is
It'll
what
probably
this is
reset
worse.
or warm up.
This,
This
is
is-
worst.
This is worse
it's
for sure.
worse.
Much worse.
Going back. Undo.
Abort! Abort! Okay.
Okay. I'm also gonna get some salted meats, like very salted meats, in case we don't feel like eating like whatever.
Give me,
retarded
give me,
vines.
that's-
2 minutes.
Kind of what
Sure.
rations are, right? Like salted
Well,
dried meats.
yeah, but they probably include like different pieces and stuff. Like it's not just meat you get in a ration bag, I assume. This is like
well,
you know,
no,
buying
a
like
ration kind of varies depending on what you're getting. But
Question.
Like, it's usually
We could
it's
go
usually
for
some sort of hardtack.
We can go
Some
for
sort of-
fresh food. We've got a
Yeah,
bag of
yeah.
holding. It won't.
No, the
it
bag
do-
of holding does not stop rot.
Yes, it does. I believe it
Oh, she's
does.
like, hang on.
I believe
let me
it
drink
stops
my water
decay
and find out.
because it's a pocket dimension with no air.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have air. But here's the thing: you don't need air to have decomposition.
Bag of holding. Bag of holding.
That's true. Yeah.
I swear there's
Anaerobic
something in about it.
decomposition.
I swear.
Yeah, you're right.
it's-
Yeah. Like the reason I was suggesting we get some like meat cuts is just like, oh, we didn't find any meat today, so let me just throw some of this in here to like,
you
know,
know,
make things a little better. Sort of
It's got
thing.
like like a ration has like dried meats and like hard cheeses, stuff that would keep for a while and not really
Yeah.
matter if you got it. Like I think it doesn't keep forever, but like a ration will keep for like a couple of months at a normal temperature.
Yeah.
And
And if you're in a
normal
colder
is
temperature, so that's
subjective.
longer, hotter, lesser sort
Yeah.
of thing. But like I was doing that in case of like, you know, I'm assuming rations contain various meats as well. But like I was like thinking, oh, I'm in the mood for some steak. Let me take out this big cut of beef I have and slice it up and add it to everyone's meal, sort of thing. Go to a butcher's and be like, I want to buy X sort of amount of steak or steak cuts, I guess. It would be right.
Okay.
And various cooking ingredients. So like I don't know, whatever you can think in that. Like you
And
know,
we got
for,
800 from Sedna, right?
yeah, 750.
Currently in your party inventory, you have 1,426 gold pieces sitting in that.
No, but I don't remember how much we had before that.
Yeah,
I
'cause there
have
was a party
500 gold
fund
pieces
in
sitting
there.
in my inventory. So
You received 200 extra gold pieces over your agreed upon amount, and it was 700 gold pieces before and after the job. So you got
Okay.
And
No.
we had
Yeah, so
we
you
had
got
half
900.
up front. We had half up
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you had 700 initially, and then you got another
So-
700 plus 200 extra, so you got 900 in that last one.
Everyone, including the party, gets 150.
So that gold piece number goes down to 150 from
No. So wait, okay.
redo that math. So I don't think that divides this evenly. But no, Midge, I just checked it. It doesn't say that it's frozen in the
Okay.
bag of holding or anything like that. There is no oxygen in there, but you don't need oxygen to decompose.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
No,
No, you don't.
anaerobic decomposition. It can occur. It doesn't happen as quickly, but things will still break down over time.
All right. So the party fund would have 676 in it, and everyone else gets 150.
676 for the party fund. Okay. See, the reason why things don't decompose inside of space is mostly because of the temperature, because it's
nearly
near
absolute zero. Yeah,
It's
nearly
nearly
you're
absolute
supposed to.
zero in the
Yeah.
void, which then freezes you. But if you had room temperature, if you put something in a vacuum chamber at room temperature for a month, it would still decompose.
Did you ever?
It just-
Any of you guys ever watch the Love, Death, and Robots Netflix shows, the
No.
anthology series?
No, I keep seeing that, but I'm
Are we
I'm
putting
watching-
150 gold onto our personal
Yes.
accounts then?
Yeah,
Right.
Yes.
put an extra 150 in there.
There is an episode in that involves space. Well, there's 7 episodes that involve space or like cool shit. The episode on space specifically, Roach, I think you'd love because it's just so fucking badass.
I'm currently going through The Punisher on
Ooh,
Netflix. So,
my dude.
so
I
I'm
love
about
John
halfway through the
Barnwell.
first season.
Okay. So
I love John
is there anything else we need?
Oh,
because-
horse feed. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that as well.
But I think things like custom built armor we can probably get in Teutonia, which is a human predominant nation, because most of
Yeah,
us
I'd
are
work with
humans. It'll probably be cheaper because we're trying to avoid spending too much on the
Oh
taxes
yeah. So
here.
we'll just go. Me and Rivlon will just go to the potion shop then.
Okay.
Um,
Unless there's
whomever
specifically
you
someone
guys-
wants to go and do stuff.
If one of you guys is going to an armorer, Roach, how much was that shield, that +1 non-magical shield that I wanted?
You never asked about the price. I don't
Shit.
believe. I think there was a quote like we could maybe do this, but you were talking hypothetical in terms of you were also buying like Rivlon's armor or Ustenia's armor at the time, so the prices may change. You were given a quote. I think that +1 shield was something like it was a couple hundred gold pieces. It was not
Yeah, I
too
think-
expensive, but it was still
yeah,
expensive. But
We were looking into getting like silver weapons and stuff like
At
that.
the
so I
time,
was-
it was expensive.
at the
that's
time, at the time, but you also now you're just rolling in cash because
We are now Scrooge McDuck, essentially, in that one episode.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I only ask because if there's one of us going to that armor, I'd probably consider buying that shield because I got hit way too much in that combat. So, as the cleric, I should not be getting hit that much.
Well, I was tanking like 1 or 2 of them things.
I got
for
hit a
quite
lot more than you did. So, to be fair,
Yeah,
I
to be
almost
fair,
died.
Utari on his own, Ustinia on his own, locked down one of them for the entire battle and was just trading blows with it.
your big problem was that there was more than you weren't able to aggro the entire enemy.
Yeah,
and they were
because
just
they
able
could
to
also
spread
just
out.
escape.
That was the problem.
And then
Yeah.
my ring of protection thing worked, but only if you were close enough to me, and I ended up having to move
And it
away.
started spreading out over the whole thing as if
Yeah.
I was trying to spread you guys out. No, it did help you though because you didn't get surprise rounds every time one of them came out of the
Yeah.
water because of Rivlon's
Mhm.
bow,
yeah.
which helped a lot because that would have given them automatic advantage on those attacks. Which
Oh boy.
imagine that with that critical hit
Hold on,
ability. Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
let's try and avoid selling stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
don't think we need to sell anything at this point.
No, I
We're
don't
honestly-
think we need to sell a thing, to be honest with you.
Honestly, we could just buy things and then leave it at that, or
I've
Yeah.
got like
grab our money.
923 gold, 884 silver pieces.
We're pretty safe right now.
21 platinum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
you guys
one-
I got
you guys are
20 platinum as well.
loaded as people.
And
Like,
12 Illyrium for crying out loud. So
I have 80
Yeah.
Illyrium because I actually broke things down into Illyrium because I wanted some because I'm a merchant.
Yeah, I got 20 platinum as well, which is what, another 200 gold. Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's just expedite this. Let's get to Gorgon and buy some stuff, and then get on the road.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay, I'm
one last
going to
question before
assume
we-
that whole
we-
time. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
How much horse feed should I buy? Because I put down 20, but we should probably buy more, maybe.
Depends on how it's divided into.
It's usually it's sold in pounds.
Like, you will
Yeah.
have to establish that,
like
considering
a
we've
bag.
got 4 horses and a dog. The dog won't eat
Yeah.
it.
Dog,
Dog,
yeah,
you can
dog.
just give your pieces of meat to or whatever. Like,
Your dog can
You can
share my
you can
meal.
buy feed. You can buy feed if you
Yeah.
want. Dog feed is a thing. Like it's not.
Kibble.
Barry
Kibble,
eats
like,
as
it's-
well as I do.
How much weight can a draft horse carry? Hang on, let me-
500.
Draft horse?
1,500
£500, I think.
It's pretty substantial.
It's
Those
like
things can haul a lot.
£575.
Yeah,
and I'm
double
only
check that.
what am I?
It's in the player's handbook
Let's
somewhere.
get like 100 pounds of horse feed then.
Plus,
Yeah,
we've got a bag
sure.
of holding.
That should be plenty.
Yeah, we'll go to 100.
Well, a
Yeah,
bag of
let's do a
holding.
bag of holding, yeah.
The problem with the bag of holding is that it's also got a volume limit, and horse feed does not compress well. It's
Just
because it's
pour it
like
in.
oats. Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't compress well. It's very
Into the neck. It's not going to fit in the neck.
Put it in smaller bags and just
Yeah.
Lots of
you cut it down into
Yeah, you just get
meals.
you just get like handfuls. You're dragging out of the bag of holding.
You rat no,
Can we
you
get
ration
100
it.
pounds?
get some of those little plastic sandwich bags.
Yeah.
Oh
right?
god.
You fill,
Can we get 100 pounds of
Put it
horse
up
feed
with
in
little tie
5-pound
tag
bags?
drop it in, and you have
I mean,
like 100
if you wanted to
150
portion them
bags.
out and stuff like that, you can. A draft horse. I just looked it up.
Mealtime portions for horses. If not, someone should also.
Draft horse.
If that's another thing, there
carrying
should be a
capacity,
business somewhere in this
540
world. That,
pounds.
540.
540. Okay.
Well,
540.
let's get 150 pounds of horse
150 pounds. And should we?
Oh,
how about our
apparently-
horses?
Apparently, a war horse carries the exact same amount, though it's 20 feet. It's got 20 feet extra movement.
Yeah.
Because
They're
draft
probably a
horse
lot
is
more
45.
expensive, I'd imagine, to
Ooh.
buy. So.
By
Oh
about
yeah,
1,000
by a
gold.
lot. Oh
Can-
yeah.
How much is
Draft
a
horse is. Oh, okay, well, draft horse is 50 gold pieces. A war horse is 400 gold pieces.
I'm going to go look for a new horse, and I'm going
Yeah,
to trade my
'cause-
old one in.
Um,
On top of the shield.
Uh,
First, the horse. I want to see what deal I can get for a war horse.
All right,
Okay,
I
I
have
think,
human-sized
uh,
war horses.
I think.
well,
I'm
I
just
mean, they don't have war ponies, but that's the thing. Dwarves don't normally ride horses. They have.
Okay, I might have
it's
to
a lot
wait
of
until we
carts.
actually get
that's
one.
another.
You
human
can
thing.
try. You've seen stables here and there in the broad streets on the outside of Gorgon, but you've
I'm
never
gonna
gone to
attempt it.
buy them. So okay, we could do that. Anything else anybody wants? Is anybody or are you all?
I think we
Only-
should just
only-
get a move on.
Yeah, only.
Well,
only go to the
you've been
temple.
moving this whole time.
Yeah.
You've been walking this whole time. I'm assuming
Yeah.
that this conversation occurred over a long period.
I
that you're just
think
kinda
I
going.
think we've got everything nailed down. So we all know what each person's doing. I'm going to the temple and then to map shopping. Ustinio's gonna go look for some things to buff himself just before we go. Sesh is going on general food, and R1 and Rivellon are going potion shopping. Correct?
Mhm.
Cool.
Yep, sounds good. Okay, so yes, you talk over that. You're going back and forth for about a couple hours on the road, just decompressing a lot. You're talking about this, but you're also decompressing. You've been on a ship for a while. You've just seen some really weird stuff over the last week, including an island that's been dead, a cavern of faces. So
Isaac's seen some even more shit.
yeah, it's up there. It's up there in some ways for a lot of people here.
Oh god, yeah.
But you go about the rest of the. Are you going to be going all throughout the night, or are you going to bed down? Because
No,
you
we're
will
gonna bed down.
Yeah.
bed down. Okay.
Yeah.
We could
You
use
find
good
a nice
night's
little-
sleep.
Yeah, you find a nice little kind of place off to the side of the road. Not necessarily a rest area, but it's definitely a place people have camped before. Like there's a little like fire pit that's already there. Like not necessarily mile markers, but these are spread somewhat evenly on most roads that are well traveled. And it looks as you get further north of this road, it's more and more well traveled. So you commandeer it, set up, go throughout the night. You're in a you're in a highly populated area. You just cleared out this. Used to be storm. Yeah, you don't need to do any types of tests or anything like that. You go through your watches. Everybody has a good night's sleep. Nobody has any nightmares or dreams.
For once.
Unless you want to.
R1 has a dream of where Sesh kisses him back. Then it turns into a nightmare when it turns out she's biting his head off.
How dare you, Munch?
Oh, the fang. Oh, that'd be really fucked up. The fanged sea serpent has a head of Sesh as it comes out of the water.
Oh my god.
Please, no.
Oh, no!
Please, no.
Yeah, no!
Stop giving Roach ideas.
I didn't ask for consent. I'm sorry. And he gets eaten.
Do you
So,
want a cup of tea? If anyone hasn't seen that, there's a consent video and a video that explains
Oh, yeah, I
consent,
remember that one.
or
I
about
remember
do they
that
want
one.
a cup of tea.
Yeah.
That they showed to university students in the UK.
It's great. Also, it's terrifying.
Of
but it's
course
great.
they would. That's the most British thing I've ever heard.
Does the person
remember seeing
want
that.
a cup of tea? You
So-
wouldn't force a cup of tea down someone's throat while they were unconscious, would you?
I mean, damn.
Yeah.
No. But I would a healing potion.
Yeah.
Textually.
It's all contact. Okay. So you get through the night. You all wake up in the morning. You go through your morning rituals, both of the individuals who have them. Make a religion check, Isaac.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Come on, Isaac.
Let's close
Come on.
that one, and I need to change the panel, and I'm gonna go.
Good religion check.
Sorry, here we go.
For once.
Come on!
Come on!
There it is. 20.
Nice!
Hey, not bad. You definitely feel like something missing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little empty this morning.
Okay. That's to be expected, considering my current feelings and fears, and what I just saw pretty much the day before.
Yeah.
Can you give us a full rest, please?
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that that's a thing I can do directly.
Because I'm lazy, I don't want to have to go click through all my spells, giving them back to me.
Yeah. I get it. Oh, I can also take Sedna off this because she's no longer a part of the party.
And health.
However, we'd like her to be a part of the party because she hits hard.
Actually, I'd like Bonla, because Bonla seems
Shield?
interested.
Bonla's a really loyal person for a reason you don't know.
Well, it's not that. It's that at the end of it, I was like, hey, do you guys want to get a drink next time you see her? And Bonla smiled. And I'm like, oh, cool. Bonla wants to have a drink with me.
Well,
You're being outplayed by an orc here, R1.
He has muscles, it's not my fault, damn it.
Well, that's not really fair. Come on, let's talk about someone. He has muscles, height.
Strength
Yeah.
of 1,000 men.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of health points. I mean,
Sparkling
got a really good amount of
personality. Because let's face it, it's always the strong side.
His constitution is.
really high up there.
And I hear he even likes to play the bagpipes.
He's also got that Orcan virility. Let's
He can
just leave
speak
that there.
many
A
languages.
language.
He speak a language, but can he speak?
Where was the
Can he
what? It was
speak
the
languages?
gnomish one, wasn't it, or whatever it was?
Yeah, he's got some. But okay, you get a long rest out of that. You wake up, you go through your morning rituals. You find if Ustenia wants to, you can find food readily available and not have to use a ration. And you get through all that, and are back on the road. Once again, if there's nothing any of you want to talk about on your journey there, nothing's really going to happen. It's a well-traveled road in a cultivated, populated area. It's very little in the way that could happen along this road. but just due to the distance and where you were and kind of the way the times worked out, you are going to arrive at Gorgon, you estimate, just after dark. So are you all going to be okay with, do you want to bed down before you get in there and go in the morning, or are you
Yeah,
going
just
in?
bed down outside.
Yeah.
Or are you going to go in during the night, get a bed? Because it's going to be like a half hour after dark that you get.
Nah,
into
we'll
work.
bed down outside. Stay away from populated areas.
Okay.
Okay.
Really,
But
all
I
we
want to get a
want
drink though.
just I still have a little bit of wine left. Okay.
Oh,
I have my rum.
what about a
so-
booze
Trying to
ration?
drink away his problems.
A
booze
booze
ration.
ration.
Yeah, that's a thing we need.
Get a grog ration going.
Well, it's all for me, Grog.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Are we going to camp outside, or are we going inside?
It's up to you guys,
We're
because
sitting.
like I said, you'll be arriving about a half hour after dark.
I
which
think
is
we
in the
can
party.
we can camp outside. We'll stop like an hour away from Gorgon, like in somewhere that's quite comfortable. You know,
All right.
All right.
Well, pretty much everywhere outside of Gorgon that you'll be going is farm fields when you're that close. Like it's fairly built up, but you can find a little place off the road, but it'd be a bit closer than an hour. But you could find
yeah,
it.
you know what I mean.
And just to show off, Arwen's gonna cast Leoman's tiny hut for the night.
Oh, is that what you wanted to do? You wanted
Yes.
to just
That was it.
I wanna
That was the
finally
only
use it.
reason.
All right, you cast Leoman's tiny hut. So now there is a translucent half sphere on the ground of whatever color you want.
And it'll just be opaque.
Oh, so you can see into it, or you just, or like it.
Or no,
it
not
does have-
opaque. Yeah, opaque, so you can see out.
Yeah,
of it.
opaque. Yeah, opaque. Yeah.
Well, you can always see out of it.
translucent,
It's like whatever you want it the other way.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
some people
I-
can't see
still,
it.
Still fairly
so
clear.
a neutral grayish color.
Yeah, so you can
above.
still see out, see the stars.
Yeah. Well, no, you could always do that
Yeah,
inside.
you can
that's
always
Oh,
do
yeah,
That's
right,
part of the.
yeah.
That's part of the function. It's what people looking at.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
see.
yeah.
So maybe
yeah,
do like
a
a sky blue or something on the outside.
Whatever he wants.
Do gray, gray, like a
okay.
neutral gray.
All right, an opaque gray on the outside. You will see that, and it's big enough that it could fit. I mean, it's not tight, but it.
If it's up to
You get
9
close-
people,
Yeah, but
9
you have
medium creatures.
medium creatures in. You're all medium creatures.
we've got one small
R1 is
creature.
not.
R1's not. That is true. But also Sesh and Isaac are very tall people and large, so they're
Meh.
it's a little bit. You got Barry there as well, who's going to be obviously inside there.
So we've got 2 small
He's
creatures,
being
4
used
big
as a
ones.
pillow by Arwen, we know.
Yeah, but okay, you cast that and begin your night's sleep. And give me a perception check, just everybody, because it's you're all in the hut. You're taking you're a little bit lower. You're not as
20.
nice.
25.
Nice. That's
17.
nice.
Skills. Sorry, I'm going around the wrong thing.
It's nice, but still.
20.
Okay.
20. Jesus Christ.
9!
9. Okay. All
I'm
right.
saving
So
up for when we eventually get to combat.
yeah, everybody but Rivlon.
This was my meditation zone. This is where I'm meditating.
Yeah, you all as you're bedding down, eating your evening meal, you hear a couple way off in the distance towards Gorgon, a couple of
Fireworks.
you look over there and you see some lights in the sky, like little pops and colors. They are fireworks. And you all remember something that you were told
the,
about a week ago.
Festival of Galifard Red, right?
Galfar.
Yes, it is Red Galifar Day.
Well, that's ironic.
That is ironic.
Convenient, whichever one you want to use.
It's like Leif Erikson did, right?
That goes on for a while. And it's really nice. Just kind of getting used to it. And, R1 would notice been about 2-3 hours after that, and you're just kind of still pretty early in the night, doing your normal writing. Look up over towards Gorgon. Parts of the lower wards seem to be glowing.
There's a fire.
Hell,
no.
I guess so much for sleeping, right?
Here and there, little glows. You see around the edge, like the broad streets near the dock area, you see some actual flames. It's way far away though, so it's hard to make out any direct detail. Definitely there, and you're the only one who passed the check to see that. It's pretty far away. You're about 45 minutes from the outside of Gorgon proper.
Well, doesn't Utari have eagle eyes?
Shit, you're right.
I
Damn.
do. Yes, I have eagle eyes.
You also I need to put like a note card somewhere. Just
Stick
to
a
remind
note
me
on
that.
your monitor.
see the same thing.
Justinia sees all!
He's a-
Little man, no matter guys, see.
Mongol
God damn it.
what's the name of that? That's
Aspect of
So I
the
can-
beast. Eagle.
aspect of the beast, eagle. Eagle you can see up to 1 mile away with no difficulty, able to discern even details. And we're 100 feet away. Additionally, dim light. Okay. It's still because it's about 45 minutes away. I'm gonna say it's more than a mile. Because you're 45 minutes on horse/mount is a little bit further. But you can still see things somewhat more clearly. You do see the same thing. There's some fires in those glowing areas. There's no more fireworks going off. You can see maybe the very small pinpricks of people going in between buildings and stuff, but it's still pretty far away.
Sedna. 100% Sedna. She's raiding the fucking city. God damn it.
So yeah, you both see that. Whatever you want to do is up to you. Or
I was
It's
gonna go
weird
to
looking
sleep.
at Roach and seeing HD. It's weird. Get used to it.
and it's also whatever you want to inform people of, because the others don't see that. They just see the fireworks stop.
All right.
We're like,
I was just gonna
fuck it.
casually-
We've done
I
enough.
was gonna casually be like, see, I told you sleeping outside was gonna be better, and decide that city that's burning, and then just go to sleep.
Session's like, what?
With that tidbit, Isaac, you definitely see it now because you just look over and go, "Oh shit, it's burning."
Oh shit, it's on fire.
Hmm.
Can I not see it still? I'm assuming.
Yeah. After a little bit, when you're informed,
It's like,
Yeah, I think so.
oh,
Hey, guys, the city's on fire.
Night. Probably just the fireworks. It's fine.
No, it's not fireworks. It's burning city.
Yeah, burning
What?
city from the fireworks. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It happened a few times up at the Bard College. It's
I
fine.
look at Isaac and I'm like, we should
I'm already
probably
up
go.
and
We
moving
don't
towards
have
my
to-
horse.
Yeah, I'm heading for the horse.
Yeah, same.
I'm already.
R1, you feel because it's a spell. You feel individuals going out of the circle as you roll over. It's like a little alarm thing.
God
Let's
damn
see,
it.
I'm in no rush to follow. I'm like, well, why do you guys care? It's like they
It's
have
a
fire
temp-
departments for this sort of thing.
Do they?
Firewatch.
Yeah.
Some sort of fire watch
They
system.
have a
or something.
fire brigade, I'm sure.
Just
Guards.
some dude wearing a cap and carrying a bucket of water, like, hey, a singular
Well, yeah,
person.
Oh, they're
that's the whole point
They're
of the fire.
dwarves. They're very practical. So I'd just be like, everybody, there's a fire. Stand back. Let it burn out. Let it burn out.
You
I'm
just
sure
see
the
them start
merchants-
demolishing shops next to them, just like, nope, we got to stop the spread.
I'm sure the merchants have some way of protecting their goods. It's fine.
I'm more
It's
worried
fine.
about the temple of my religion.
I'm sure the temple has ways of protecting itself.
I'm lawful
Besides,
good. I want to help.
It
All
was
right, fuck
surrounded
off.
by
Yeah,
cobblestone
I've gone.
roads.
R1's just ranting.
gone,
I'm
yeah.
gone. I'm gone.
He's just ranting to himself,
damn it.
ranting to the stars at this stage, like, God damn it, why am I in such a goody two shoes party?
Inside his head,
understand
just
how-
going like, damn it, I just cast this spell. Damn it, it's not gonna be.
Fuck it, I'm using this to the full thing. I'm going back to sleep. Fuck you guys.
Everyone just rolls over like, fuck you guys.
All right, yeah, because as soon as he leaves that hut, it goes away.
Fuck this. Staying here.
Yep. So who's going with Isaac and Sesh? That's
Me.
as they.
I'm already out and on my horse.
Rival was the
Okay,
first
and
gone. Yeah.
Rivellon. And Rivellon. Are you going as well as Ustenia, or are you just staying with?
It depends. Are they going to like encourage me to go? Because this is kind of not my.
No, we're just gone.
Yeah.
I'm going to look to. I'll feed the.
I'm going to sleep. I'm sure the city's fine. They can handle it themselves.
Okay.
They're just overreacting.
Okay. And then I go to sleep too.
All right. So 45 minutes later, is the 3 party members who left the tiny hut on horseback. You get to the edge of the city. You're entering from the southern road. I like how immediately I knew multiple individuals were going to that map because they, their hands went. They go, oh, what was?
The sleepy thing went away. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get the Gorgon map up. That'd help.
Yeah.
You also just
Which
need
is
to
in
play
a
like we
separate
didn't start the
folder.
fire in the background. Just.
So yeah, you you come in from one of the south, from like the southern coast road, and as you enter in towards the broad streets, you can definitely see a couple of some fires off in the distance burning, and it's very quiet on the streets. There's like, as you're entering and on horseback and going down these cobblestone, really wide streets on the outer Broad Street district, you notice there's like nobody out at all. A lot of the shops and windows have been closed, and there's like no lights inside of some of these buildings. A lot of these buildings. Keep going. Closer you get to the actual outer walls, Gorgon. Closer and closer. Now you're starting to hear kind of on the opposite side of the walls. You can't see it, but you can definitely hear some fires going. You get closer, and then you hear like a cracked glass like hitting rock. Kind of like that, but shattered. Yeah. And then you can hear footsteps, maybe about 100 feet up in front of you, just inside the outer wall of Gorgon. And you can also see the gate of Gorgon, which is not closed. And there's nobody guarding it.
I'm gonna go with maybe there's a riot.
A raid.
We'd be hearing a lot more screaming if it was a raid.
Or if it was a riot.
You're not there. Shut up.
I
You
mean,
decided to go to bed. All right.
you'd hear a lot more active combat. Don't you think?
Maybe they're all at the festival. Weird though. There's no one here.
So
Malone, do you sense
go
anything?
towards?
Yeah.
Not within close range.
No, nothing.
Okay,
Nothing that's
then.
trying to hurt you, because specifically
Yeah.
what you hear is something that's going to attack you or has hostile intent. But nothing has hostile
We're
intent
not.
towards you.
In danger at the moment.
Okay.
I suggest we leave the horses here, though.
Good idea.
The immediate Isaac just going, do we though?
I'm gonna keep on mine. I'm gonna stay on my horse.
Yes,
I
because
mean,
your
it is-
history of getting into bad
Mounted
situations on a
combat.
horse is just so strong.
I can fly off of it now if I need to.
Yes, and abandon your
Leave the horse to
as
die.
being-
Need to
Yeah.
exercise your like
Right.
thigh muscles so you can carry the horse while you're flying.
Just
I am the
massive
Pegasus
size.
now! I am the Pegasus!
The horses just don't know what's going on.
What the hell? Let the ground go!
So you're putting like your horses, like you're lashing to a post or something, outside
Yeah,
of the
just
wall.
outside the gate. Sort of. The point
There's
being that horses don't react well to fire
That's true.
Or loud noises.
or loud
combat.
noises or anything that could scare them. And if they stampede, then we are in trouble, even if we are on the back of them.
So you do hear like a. Actually, all of your past perceptions would be high enough to hear this. You hear like maybe 100 feet deeper into the city. You hear a very rhythmic like this hard surface on hard surface, like a march, or like, but it's not a singular individual. It's definitely a multitude,
Like a platoon,
And it's
or
like-
like a unit
like
of
some
men.
like metal on cobblestone, going forward, and it's about, like I said, about 100 feet deeper into the city, off to a side street.
Did they mention anything about this being like a display of power thing as well for the corporations, the whole Ragnar, the Red Day? Or
Not
is
that
it
I know
just-
of.
It's fucking weird, man.
Maybe we should wait here and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Okay. So you
Wait on our
For a bit.
horses.
okay, you're
Just in
like
case
waiting.
you need to bolt, you know.
You're listening. You're waiting and listening. And then slows down and stops, and you start hearing things hitting hard surfaces, a yelp of pain punctuated
Like a
here and
battle.
there. There's a crash of glass on something, and you also start hearing very faintly the sound of like a voice. It's definitely magnified of a voice, but it's too far away. You're in between, basically from where you're at, just by the gate. It's around a side street, and there's a multiple buildings in the way that are blocking direct sound like that getting to you. So you're getting a lot of echoes, but it's definitely like an authoritative voice, very loudly, and it's very muffled. It's like going well far away.
So one of the corporations didn't take very kindly to this celebration, it seems. That's my assumption.
I'm gonna go investigate. I'm gonna start slowly moving along on my horse.
I'll be following him.
I will take a flanking position to his left.
Okay. So definitely
my bow ready.
Okay, with weapons out. Got it.
I've not got a weapon out.
Neither have I.
I know. I know, but Rivlon does.
Everyone's like,
always
I'm
does.
ready to shoot a bitch.
Yeah,
Something needs shooting? I'm here.
exactly. So you.
I shoot things with the power of my soul. I think weapons are an afterthought.
metal, dude.
Metal, bruh.
Shaka. All right.
Just Isaac, just
You
hitting
go-
a blunt like, bruh.
Bruh. You go ahead and start going around the side street, following the noise. And it's fairly quiet, and you get to a crossroad, and then you see figures cross in front, like you're maybe like 10 feet away from the actual intersection, and you see figures crossing. 3, 4, 5 at a time, just crossing these streets very quickly. And they're all dressed in common clothes. But you notice one of them has a glass bottle with a bit of linen out of the top of it
Right.
that is on fire.
That's a
You see
well,
individuals
we
with
wouldn't.
clubs.
What do we call those? Fire bombs, I'm guessing.
Fire bombs. They're not Molotovs.
because-
it doesn't exist in this
yeah.
universe. But somebody with a fire bottle. Individuals.
Alchemical
with,
fire, right? That's
No,
the thing.
No, alchemical fire is a
is-
fire that starts with. It's basically Greek. It's oxygen activated fire. It's
Yeah,
it's,
that's.
'cause-
Whereas this is a bottle of booze with a rag in it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So it's basically a fire. It's a fire bottle. Is what is kind of the common thing it's called. But it's probably called something differently between different cultures, but common. But you do see quite a few individuals with like clubs. You see one with like a crossbow, and they take up like a position behind a barrel, and you see them just off in the distance. Might hit somebody. Probably hit somebody. And they
Are
just keep
these
crossing.
people who are firing at people with crossbows in like guards uniforms or anything?
Common clothes.
So
All
these
everybody you're
commoners-
seeing crossing in front of you are
Any
common
of them got
clothing
Galifar
and-
masks on?
Few do.
It's alright.
So my question, Roach, is I have dealt with many, many, many things in my career as a town guard. How many riots have I dealt with?
A few actually. It's people in the Grey Waste like the cities because they provide shielding from the elements and the lawlessness outside of the city's jurisdiction. But it's pretty harsh. And
Like, hey,
there are people that rile up the lower classes quite a bit here and there, and you've had to deal with like the aftermath of that riling. And
a seventh
huge.
son of some merchant was like, "Fuck the police," and riled up a whole.
Well, it's like somebody like killed his boss or something that was doing like some capital punishment on like an apprentice or something, and you have to go in because it's against the law, but then a lot of people are like against that because it's a common man going up against somebody. It's just like and it escalates. You've dealt with like 2 or 3 in your time, and they haven't been huge, but they've been messy.
Okay.
Yeah, there's been a lot of death, a lot of blood, but
I
there haven't been a lot of
am
people
gonna
involved.
start getting my way to the temple with a bit of a shift on.
Okay, so you'd have to get from where you're at right now, cross streets, trying to get to the narrows, or the edge of the narrows. So you'd have to cross the street. You'd either backtrack around and try and find another way through, or you could go crossing the street that's right in front of you, and try and get through that way. It'd be shorter to go straight, but going around, you don't know how far around you have to go because you're not seeing. All you're seeing right now.
I'm
is
just
essentially
gonna bolt. I'm gonna go with the horse and bolt. Right.
All right. Both of you see Isaac bolt on his horse straight forward into like and as time has gone on, you're seeing more people going across from left to right.
Deeper into the city.
You're looking. They're going north. Like you're looking east on this street. They're going north from south. And
Yes,
you're seeing you're seeing just the intersection that's blocked by you can't get any further view by buildings on either side of the street. So they're just going across, shooting, doing things, and they keep going, and you kind of lose sight of them, and you just hear longer period as you're thinking, as you're doing this, Isaac. Before you break, you're hearing the sounds of conflict and combat get closer and closer with the marching boots before you break and go,
Yeah.
and you start crossing. And
I look to Rivalon and very simply say, "We can't let the guards catch us out here. They'll wrap us all up in one. Let's get going."
Yep,
so
And
you
I
follow
bolt
Isaac?
after Isaac.
we're following
Because
Isaac.
Yeah, because at least it's
Just doing-
protecting.
No, we're on our
Well,
horses.
Yeah, we
Oh,
kept
are you
our-
okay? You decided to take your horses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we kept our
because
horses.
we
Yeah.
were waiting.
Here's
we
me-
were
here's
going to go
Midge's
in without
food.
them, but then we decided to wait. So we said we're staying on the horses.
All right, so you're on the horses. Ha! And you're going across on the horses.
I'm gonna cast
This is a very-
lights on my quarterstaff as almost a signal
it.
for people. Like I'm gonna move
Like-
it around, like as in
Like holding a flare. Sort
it's
of
like
thing.
headlights on a car, basically.
Sure,
I wanna
that
give-
won't be misconstrued at all. So
Yep.
give me a second. Okay.
As somebody who has worked in riot control before as a character, I'm like, he's a fucking idiot.
you're just put that out as you're going across. This is like right on the
you
edge of the
fucking
broad
idiot.
streets. So you're still on the broad. You're still technically on the broad street. So this is a very wide street. So you're going across, and what you see on your left, you're looking down the street. You see a dwarvish phalanx. There are probably 20 wide and at least 6 deep on this street of individuals. They have oversized wooden and steel shields that are all emblazoned with the symbol of the Silver Sand Trade Company, not the Gorgon guard symbol.
Oh.
And you see,
Yeah. I expect that.
they're wearing full plate. Every single one of these individuals, and they have these gnarly, long wooden clubs with a steel ring around the top end of it. That pokes out maybe an inch from the actual wood bit. So just like a steel reinforced bully club that would probably cave in a head if it hits hard enough. And they're all wearing these very broad steel caps. Like think like a doughboy cap, but longer. So even their heads are almost like it overhangs the shield, the tower shield, so that only their eye slits going, and they're going like a phalanx. They're not breaking; they're just going forward and forward. And every couple of steps, the forward thing breaks, and they just like hit out with these huge clubs and are bashing people's like bodies and heads and stuff, and the people are just falling down. You also see some fires. There's a couple of individuals off on the side that were part of the phalanx that are now on fire in like the grass on the side, and they're just trying to put themselves out. Like there's things like that, and now you get a clear sound profile, and there's an individual standing on the back of a cart who has a crystal that he's holding and speaking into it, and it is amplifying his voice across the street. And you catch a little bit of this before you cross into another street, but it's just like, everyone vacate the premises, go back to your homes. You are under complete. It goes on like that. You missed the end of it, but you think it might have been you were under Silver Sand jurisdiction, and there's a curfew in place.
So yeah, they turned another red day into a riot. So yeah, something tells me Sedna's gonna have a fucking field day when she gets here.
What if she's not already here?
Exactly. Do we see? There it is. There's that boat that we released. Yep.
If you keep going, and you cross some scenes like this here and there, with various aspects of either the company or the populace winning at the time, you see one where the populace have looked to have ambushed a column of silver sand of phalanx from a high building on either side, and there's just like 30 or 40 of these plate-mailed individuals that are crispy on the ground. Probably
wow.
just like fire thrown down on them, and just like
the
like
smell must be rancid.
Yeah.
Burnt hair and sinew. Oh god. No
yeah,
thanks.
and you're going, but if you actually take some time, about halfway to the temple, you can get a lookout over the bay that is next to Gorgon from your position, because you're going higher up the closer you get. So if you wanted to take a look out there, you could.
Isaac's just going.
Would you want to?
Because
Rivalon will stop and take a look over the bay, see what you can see.
Okay, both of you make a perception check then.
Because I was coming here and I was like, okay, how many casts of create or destroy water can I use to like put out fires? And I'm like, well, that got fucked real quick.
How many casts of Revivify have you got?
As many diamonds as we have, which is 0.
Yep.
Okay.
That maybe a diamond should be on the buy list. Just saying.
Yeah, true. The diamond.
It's true. So you look out. You don't see the telltale sign to the siren scream out in the bay at all. Doesn't look like it's there. You do notice, though, because you've seen it before, the Silver Sand Trade Office, which was a massive building near the dock area, is currently a blazing inferno.
Ooh. People are not going to be happy.
That whole trade office, which was better part of a city block, is going to probably be gone by tomorrow morning if it keeps burning.
I just look at Rivalin and I just look at her for a second, and then we go again. I imagine, like, shit, boy.
I'm sorry. While you're looking at where I was, I'm already gone.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there he is.
Right. Though the deeper you get into the city and the closer you get to the Narrows, the less of a riot you find. And by the time you get to the temple, Uh, it looks pretty nice, actually. Looks like a fairly normal day or night in Gorgon here. A little bit quieter on the streets, but there's still like windows opened and businesses that are open at night are still open, and yeah.
Okay.
When you get to the and you don't see and you find the temple as it ever is, standing there right at the edge of the Narrows.
Okay. I'm gonna go inside and see if I can.
Okay. Well, the doors are normally barred at night for the temple. It's not open like the big doors to the temple proper.
Oh.
They only open in the morning, and
It closed after last light, I'd imagine.
So they're not open,
Fairly.
taking in people trying to escape the riot or anything.
No, not really. Remember, this is a temple that's right next to the richest part of town.
Yeah, this temple isn't in like bumfuck casual normie area.
It's not a charity temple down next
Yeah.
to... You're muted, by the way, Chris. Crimson. That's what I say.
Isaac's starting to question his religion a little bit.
Like,
Like, hold up.
That's not very Palor of them.
Just just big thinks.
And that's coming from someone who's pissed off Palor.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's true.
Like, this isn't very Palor of you, and Palor is just like, am I a
So
joke
what
to you?
What are you all gonna do with your night? What are you planning on doing?
I mean, we better get back to the tent, right? Because the temple's safe. So
Yeah,
Let's see
let's
what-
ride back through the riot.
we can probably take the wide way around, right? Just there's actually hang on, Roach, on the Gorgon map. Where is the temple exactly? Is it close to an exit way? We can just leave and go around.
No, this is kind of like a ground view. You have to extrapolate the fact that this is like Gorgon is a dwarvish hold, but
It's layered,
on the
right?
surface. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's layered, but it's above ground. It's kind of what you're supposed to get from the image. This doesn't translate three-dimensionally, so it's
Okay. So where would be our closest down ramp and way out? I guess.
I mean, you could definitely go east directly, and you can get out fairly quickly. But there's no road that kind of reconnects down, because you came in through the southern road next
Yeah.
to the coastline.
Yeah.
So you can so it would take a while for you to get back to.
I mean,
To the
that's my
tiny huts.
suggestion. Yeah, that's my
So, up to
suggestion.
you.
We just head east and get out of the town and just go down at our own pace then.
Ustenia and Arwan are just asleep. Just like blissfully. So yeah.
That's my
What's the
suggestion.
plan?
We leave
Well,
the
we
quickest way we can.
Came to help people, and we can't help anyone.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to help the rioters or the. Or,
It's like in Dragon Age. Do you pick the Quinari or everybody else?
I mean,
Essentially.
okay, so my one instinct, which was to go to my temple, it's not open, they're not helping people. We can still find ways to try and help people.
And probably get ran over by the Silver Sands when they find out we're helping
Well,
enemy. And she does quotation marks when she says enemy. Because she doesn't know the story. So
well, if we're helping Silver Sands and everyone,
yeah.
we equally,
And then we end up getting caught between the two of them. You know?
there must be just general members of the public that have been caught up in this that could do with assistance.
Roach, did we see any general members of the public who did not seem like they were going to attack people?
So far, other than when you're in the Narrows itself, everybody you saw on the streets was either wearing a Silver Sands emblem and beating the shit out of rioters, or were the rioters themselves.
He kind of gives you this I've been here before look and says, when you're in a town that has riots, often you kind of get used to it. People hide very efficiently. You've only ever seen rioters or Silver Sands guardsmen. There's no normal folk out on the streets. They know what they're doing.
Okay, well then there's a curfew, so either we try to get out of town or we find an inn very quickly.
You do know there
Let's
is
find
an inn
an
in the
inn.
Narrows.
Yeah.
There is an inn in the Narrows you do know of, because it's one that was it was too rich for your blood when you first came in, but Frederick Bosch was staying.
He wasn't staying there though, right? He was like eating there.
Yeah.
He was
was
eating.
staying-
Yeah, he just kind of he got the ale there, and had a table, but he was staying in his wagon, not too far off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going
But,
to say we find an inn and bed down and just eat with the others in the morning.
All right, the White Mug it is. So
It's 5 past
How
9.
much is
Yeah.
this going to cost? Yep.
so
we can
yeah,
probably do
you can go to the. I'll say this for lieu of it going further past the break time, of which we are a little over.
Only
Not too
5
far.
minutes.
Not as bad as we have been before. You enter in. The inn is not closed. Doesn't look like the Narrows is under particular curfew, or at least they don't give a shit about the curfew for the rest of the city. And there are plenty of rooms available in the White Mug. It is a large building that has multiple rooms. It is 2 gold pieces a night for a standard room. So if you pop over 2 gold pieces, you get a room and you can stay there.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
Anything to...
they don't seem to be too fussed about this.
Cool.
It's like you don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but then again, a lot of the people you see are like officials.
Nobles.
Yeah.
Yeah, people.
All right,
like, oh, I
so
don't
we'll-
care about the commoners.
We'll take our
Common
midpoint.
folk.
We'll take our midpoint break here. We're going to go grab ourselves some refreshments, cup of tea, and such and the like. So you should do the same, and we'll be back in around 5 to 10 minutes, depending. But yeah, we'll see you in a moment.
Alt. Oh,
And he
right,
just calls
yeah.
Glyph,
Glyph?
was it? I think. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it. That's the point.
Yeah.
See, the
just
thing
this-
I actually,
it's him?
I like all of Mass Effect 3 quite a bit. The only problem I had with it mostly was they left a bad taste in my mouth when they locked the Prothean.
Yeah. Behind Day 1 DLC.
Behind Day 1 DLC on disc DLC. He's on the disc. For every who owns the game, he's on there. But you need to pay X amount of money to unlock him, and there's like
I think
things
it was
in the
$10,
game.
right? Like $10.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. That's still bull.
Yeah.
It's still really bull because there are like bits of the game that are completely gone.
Yeah,
because
they
of that.
They took a really interesting part of Mass Effect 3 and just sliced it off for people who weren't willing to
I
pay
was
money.
less angry about like the side characters in Mass Effect 2, like the thief and the mercenary. that you
Kasumi
keep getting.
and Zeed. To be fair, Kasumi
Those are-
gives you one of the best guns, and Zeed is by far one
No,
of the
they're
most
good, but there wasn't major parts of the game cut with them
that's fair.
in there. They were just kind of their extras. Like they didn't even have their own rooms. They were just like kind of like put into like a part of the Normandy that
That was there
already
anyway.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas in for the Prothean, and I keep forgetting his name because it's been so long, but
Javik.
Javik, there was a whole part of the ship that remains barren with no use
that's locked
whatsoever
away.
because
That's
he's not.
locked. It's just locked.
Yeah, because he's not there, and that's just I think that's kind of that's what left a bad taste in my mouth. It was obviously a part of the game they initially thought was going to be in the game, like base. It was going to be there. They made it to be there for the plot line, and then it kind of just like, well, I mean, we could cut it and we could make some money off of it.
Well, to be fair, that was probably like the EA execs who said, "Hey, let's try something because, and there's this cool piece."
Mass Effect 3 is not going to make all the money. Oh, yes, it is, but we want to make all the more money plus some.
Yeah, that's why they added multiplayer with the microtransactions crates.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They added multiplayer with microtransactions, and then they decided, let's monetize the single player too. I hate.
Anyway,
that.
More
Are we
than it
all back?
already would have been. So,
Are we all back?
Utari?
He's not.
Sorry.
That's a no, I'm guessing.
Okay. No worries.
I was
Yeah,
just gonna say, the other bad game lately, or that what it reminds me somewhat of that, though more egregious, is the new Wolfenstein game.
Oh,
Young
yeah.
Bloods.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a piece of shit. That
Yeah,
is
I
horrible.
watched someone play it, and he's like, it's fun to shoot Nazis, but you don't shoot enough Nazis.
Well, they changed it up. They changed
Yeah,
the
it's an
gameplay
RPG
so much that it's like
You need to
quasi
shoot
RPG.
Nazis yeah, you need to shoot Nazis with specific guns to damage their shields. And you also need to be a certain level as a character to kill certain Nazis because they're higher level than you.
Yeah, and they got rid of dual wielding everything but pistols.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
Which
because
was the thing
fuck you.
about Wolfenstein, was that you could
Yeah.
like pick up any gun and just dual wield the shit out of it and be a badass, like even assault rifles, which made no sense.
The other like standalone, what was it called? It was the New Order, the New Colossus, and the third one, the Young Blood. Oh, it was the one
Was it?
before that. It was
Yeah.
like the
Old Blood. It was during the war. It
Old
was
Blood.
during World War
Yeah.
II itself.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Old Blood.
It was a
One
prequel to
also
the
really
first
good.
game.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
was also really good. And now they fucked it with the fourth one, essentially.
Well, the Old Blood was kind of like a side game. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a really full game. Like it was.
Oh, like
pretty.
apparently the New Blood could actually be a similar length if they took out like 200 of the collectibles and didn't make you grind to kill
Well, yeah.
certain enemies.
Yeah.
So-
It's a cash grab is what it was supposed to be. It was because even they reused a lot of the assets too. Even though
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like 20 years in the future or something like that.
1980,
Uh,
I think, is when it's based.
Yeah, they could have done so much cool shit with that, and give us like really cool looking like new '80s like pop inspired Nazi like inventions and things like the sci because that's when the sci-fi genre got like a revival during the '80s, and you could like do something with that, like those lines and those like ideas. And no, just reuse the Panzerhunds and stuff.
Well, they added in like actual robots, like actual soldier robots, like full on.
yeah, but they don't look that different though. They just look like
Yeah, true.
it looked like it's an asset from the second game that got cut.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Also, the characters are apparently horrible.
Oh yeah.
you learn
Sophia
to hate them.
and Jess, I think.
Yeah.
I don't.
They're meant to be
care.
sisters, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Twins,
they're twins.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
Blazkowicz.
BJ's daughters.
Yeah.
They're BJ's daughters.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was like,
It makes-
why don't you just let me play an old, grizzled, badass BJ? Because that sounds an awful lot more fun than playing his kids.
That was the previous one.
Sexist.
No, the previous one was after he got nuked, and about halfway through the game, you get a new body, and you're back to being an entirely new badass BJ.
All right.
The first
So
half of
there
the
was-
game
wanted
is
you wanted the
using a
Metal
super
Gear
suit.
Solid 4 of Wolfenstein, where you're playing
Yeah,
old
essentially.
Snake.
Yeah,
complaining about his
essentially. Yeah, he's like, my back hurts. Then again, he's also BJ has like a Nazi super soldier body that never ages, so he probably would not give a shit. He'd be like, fuck you, my back is perfectly fine. Anyway, Utari, you there yet?
Did he
Still
go
there.
put his boy down?
I don't think. Did he mention it in the chat?
I don't think
No.
anything's popped up.
He might have tried to make himself something to drink or something like that. He's just taking a little extra time. It's not a big
Anyway.
deal.
Yeah, like I'm also one of those people who believe that Mass Effect Andromeda didn't get a fair chance, but I'm biased. So, yeah.
It got as much chance as it deserved. It screwed. It had one chance to. It has a first impression. That first impression is bad. It deserves to have that impression take hold. And
Oh, it was
did
bad.
not-
Like it didn't
Yeah.
do nearly as well as people thought it would, but it also got cut way too early. It didn't get any DLC like other
That's not
games
the
that were
fans'
worse than it
problem.
got.
That's not
Yeah.
that's because I'm a fan of Mass Effect, and yes, there are some things I would have loved to see you finish through that, but I'm not going to support it. That's the thing. It's a mindset that we as consumers have guilt that if something doesn't succeed, that isn't good enough, because we're not willing to fork money over for an inferior product. And people and like the companies will go like, well, it's your fault that it is
Well,
not
to be
going to
fair,
make.
it
No,
sold well.
it's
The
yours
game
because
actually
you cut
sold
it.
well. Was the thing. No, the game sold well. So
Not well enough for them. They had expectations.
that's true.
Yeah.
They expected
Looks sold
after
well, though.
the Mass Effect trilogy that Mass Effect Andromeda be the start of a new trilogy, and therefore everyone would jump on the Andromeda train. The problem was there were so many problems with it. You have the issues
Rushed
with the
development.
character models not being completely finished because they weren't given enough time to actually finish them. The story is complete trash.
I mean,
They
to be
put
fair,
everything
you could
on the
just stop
combat
at
system.
saying- you could just stop at saying they just weren't given enough time. Well, no, they
Well,
were
no,
given
they
too
were
much
gi-
time.
They
And
were
they
given
didn't
enough
use it
time,
properly.
but they mismanaged their
They
internal
Game
time.
of Thrones
Yeah.
season dated it.
Yes.
No, they more so did. What was that other game that had the recent release that was really they anthemed it. They anthemed.
Oh, yeah.
They had 5 years with Andromeda.
They did
and
worse.
they
Actually,
built it in
Anthem
18
did worse. They did worse. Anthem built the entire Anthem staff did not know what they were making until the E3 2016 stuff came out, 2017 stuff came out.
Yeah, but it's
They didn't
an
know
apt
they were building.
description to say that I'm going to use anthemed as a verb now, because
Yeah.
it makes sense. They used all their time to do extraneous things that didn't go to the core mechanics or the core part of the project.
Or they did
and-
things that just didn't work and kept like
And had to
trying
keep
to
throwing it
square a
out,
hole in their
and-
own peg and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. It
That
didn't
was a
work.
problem. Sure, the combat system was cool, and it might have worked if they had a little bit more time to polish it, and they worked through that, and coupled with a good story, good characters, and setting. I think the setting could have been better too, but no,
Yeah.
I think
Quite
I think
simply,
it
you have a good story and you have good characters. People will stay and play a game. What you got to look at is
Mass Effect
Undertale.
1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
I guess I'm
I was
just-
going to point out Mass Effect. Look at the first Mass Effect game. The gameplay loop in that is not great. It's
not.
It's pretty old school RPG, which I actually like as a gameplay loop, but a lot of people
But
don't.
the
But
story
was good.
and the characters. I don't know
I
about anyone
guess-
else,
I
but
guess
when I
I'm just
found out that
depressed
Archangel
because-
was Garrus
Yeah.
in the second game, it was like, yes, I get Garrus back.
Have you ever read the comics for Archangel? God, that shit's good. Ends
Yeah, I'm
it ends with Garrus
Oh, okay.
okay.
Atari's back.
the N7 on Shepard's chest and just going.
We were waiting for you before we started.
Yeah. To close off the discussion, I guess I'm just depressed that we're not going to get another Mass Effect game until midway through next decade. So yeah.
If you're lucky.
It'll be a soft reboot, a C boot, a soft C boot.
We won't
Uh,
get a Dragon Age game until 2 years from now as well. So I'm RPG depressed. Okay.
So fill
look
your
at
life
the
with
market.
D&D.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
we'll
we
go
should
back
have
to
finished
D&D.
that playthrough by then. This playthrough by then.
Maybe.
We're
2022
almost-
comes around and we're still in Gorgon, just like we have to fix all the political problems here.
I think next month we're at a full year of this game, or we've already
Yes.
hit the full year of this game. I don't remember if it's this month or this month or
I think
next
it's
month.
this
will be
month.
the year. Yeah, so I think we've.
When you
I
say
think
this
we're
month,
a
do
year.
you mean July or August? Because it's
I mean
like,
July. I think it was either sometime July or in August. I forget which.
It was in
month.
I'm
August.
sure Midge can
because
check
it
the
was when I
recordings and be like-
started. I'd started school when we first started.
That's,
That would have been
yeah, you're
September
right.
then.
No, I started in August.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because we
Okay,
started
but-
after my show.
There was a lot of preamble to the game. I
Yeah,
forget
we
which
we
one
we
thing.
do-
You could probably
we-
we could
okay.
probably look back.
We
at
did
the
our
one,
character
but-
gen session in August, but we didn't start till September because my show was the
Oh,
first week of
that's right.
September. Because we waited
I'm going to my
until
playlist. I'll tell you in a second.
because the first week of September I was out, and then we had various things, so we didn't actually start till like the second week of September
So-
properly.
So 2 months from now we'll be at a year of gameplay, but
Yeah,
this upcoming month will be a year of us getting together as a group and getting
yeah,
these characters. trained.
finalizing this.
Either
group.
way.
except for me, because I'm a newbie here still. So
Yeah, but either way, you all go to bed during the night. 2 gold pieces. You get yourself a room. You notice that not many people inside of the inn give a shit about what's going on down in the lower classes sections of the city.
We did our first live stream on September the 19th.
Which would have been 3 years to the day that I started uni.
Oh, interesting. So, you all go to bed in the town, and you don't notice much. Like, it just normal night. It's very nice inside the rooms, actually. Woolen blankets, feather bed. You even got yourself like a nice little chamber pod and like a little with like a curtain around it, like on the side of the in your room. Like it's actually fairly nice. You could live in this place. People probably do live in this place. But you awake the next morning to a fairly normal day. Same goes for the individuals outside of Gorgon. You awake after a full night's sleep in your tiny hut, and you can see, in the early morning light, drifting little smoke trails from different places on the outskirts and like lower wards of the city off in the distance.
Should we go find our companions, Justinia? Justinia, you awake?
Just gonna like get up and like gently kick him to wake him up. Yeah, come on,
Fermented.
get up,
Alright. I'm up.
get
I'm
up,
up.
lazy boom.
I'm up. It's so nice not having to worry about guard duty
I'm
or
gonna
anything.
go over towards the city and like inspect it, see if it's like it's all burning or.
No, it looks like it's just certain local areas were on
Come
fire.
on, let's go see if all the shops burned down or what going on. See
Oh,
if
yeah,
we
we-
can find others.
Yeah, make sure Isaac's temple didn't burn down. Ooh boy. He'll be upset if that did.
I'd be more upset if the armorers was, inconvenienced. But yeah, temple burning down, that could be bad.
Or that
God's
bath.
probably one like that.
That really nice bath with that dragonborn. That'd be upsetting.
Hey, less thinking with downstairs. Come on, let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go. We'll start making our way towards Gorgon.
Okay, you're entering into the city and fairly active. People are going about their business, and every so often you do find the remnants of a fight or a burned down building on a corner of a block here and there. Maybe maybe an official-looking building at one point, here and there. Some bits of armor strewn about, or a naked corpse that looks like it could have been a guard of some sort, and like he's got like a gambeson that's still on him, but all of his armor's gone, along with his weapon and shield. Kind of bits and pieces here and there, and as you go, you do see like there's like a cart and a couple of individuals grabbing bodies and putting them on a cart, but going on to the next one, cleaning up the city, and people in front of burnt buildings, like tossing the burnt scraps that have fallen into the street, like into a pile in the lot that the building used to occupy. Stuff like that as you're walking through. But other than that, it's Gorgon. Still smells like shit, and it's still a dwarvish hold and kind of stuff.
You lived here for several weeks. It's the same shithole.
Same shithole, yep. Now, the biggest smoke plume you do notice is closer to the docks. Somewhere near the docks is a very big pillar of smoke, and that's what you get going through. Where are you heading toward? You just going through the city, or do you have a goal?
You want to go to the temple, see if we can find Isaac there, Ustenia?
I suppose we can, yes.
We can find our friend, maybe.
It's our best chance.
The rest of you, you go through your morning routines. Do you decide to go to the temple in the morning,
Yes.
Isaac, or do you just do this in your room?
No, I'm gonna go to the temple.
Okay. You go to the temple. It's open in the morning. People shuffle in, do their morning prayers. As normal. A couple individuals look to have a couple, like, bruises or black eyes here and there. On both sides of the spectrum, you see an individual that definitely looks like he could have been a guard last night. And he's got like a bandage over his ear, a black eye, and then you see a couple of people that a little scruffier looking coming to pray, and they've got like a jaw that's got like a black mark across one end of it from getting hit hard and stuff like that. One's got like a little nose that's a little off to the side. They just like probably cracked it, and like definitely had some scrapes last night. But nothing seems to spark off any fights or anything during prayers, even though they definitely notice each other. And then things start shuffling out after prayers. Pretty standard. You've been here enough times and prayed here enough times. You know the routine.
I'm gonna request to speak to the high priest.
The high priest. Okay. Just asking one of the sisters that's also common around here.
Find one of the sisters, not one of the like initiates, one of the actual sisters. Of course, I've taken down my hood and I'm not in disguise here or anything.
Yeah, of course. Okay. You find one of the sisters. Not particularly young. But not
I'm gonna say
particularly old
it's
either,
relatively
middle-aged.
urgent.
I can try. He's a little under the weather right now, though.
Sesh is just over there.
He'll want to hear this.
I'll ask. Just stay there, and
Very well.
goes out of sight at a door.
Rivalon's outside.
This is
You're
fair.
outside, just waiting. Okay.
Just waiting.
I'm just standing over there because, like, I went in to pray as well. Because,
About 15 minutes later, the woman that you talked to comes out, and she opens the door. It's like a little.
I follow.
Come forward.
So I kind of look at Isaac like, should I come? Like, she like does the whole, am I going with you? Or
you do the little thing like just. No.
she's like, okay, and then she goes outside to just stand around with with Rivalon.
All right.
Loitering,
okay.
it's against the law. Good thing I'm not a guardsman anymore.
You also do that thing where you go to put your hands in your pockets. You're going like, oh no, that's gonna look. No, I gotta get my hands out of my pockets and stand somewhat straighter. Just like,
Yeah, she's
can't
like,
look
look
I like
professional,
the little
you know?
smile from Crimson there because he knows what I'm talking about. That's because I notice all my friends that used to be in the military they immediately start doing that. Nope. It's like always got to have arms crossed. Can't have your hands in your pockets ever.
Yeah.
Yep. So by the way, just because I know it's been 2 nights and a riot since you talked about this. You did work out like a plan to go shopping and stuff while Isaac was in the thing. So it's up to you if you wanted to go do that. But,
Yeah, I guess I'll look at Rivalon and tell him I'm gonna go do some shopping. You wanna?
I'll go and get our magical potions.
Cheers, and I'll go ahead and look for the.
this is pretty right as you're about ready to break as well. That's when Arwan and Ustenia show up, having gone
hi.
through the city.
Just hi. Just wave at each other like hi.
So you guys can break
Hello
off
there.
into your component groups.
General Kenobi.
So
This
you
is
can
not
go,
the elf you are looking for.
you can go do your plans for what you wanted to go shop and do separately now, or in a group, however you wanted to split off amongst each other. And Isaac, you were taking places in the temple you haven't been before. Like this is behind the curtain.
I've been behind the
actually you've been into the garden area and the personal chapel on the back, but you never went into like the living quarters.
Okay,
or
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you're like in the places where these guys eat
Okay.
and sleep and stuff. So and you're taking kind of far back around and into like the nicer portion of it. And there's a room that has a door that's got a little lock on it, but it looks to be unlocked. And the sister gestures towards you. And says, he's in there.
Okay. I go.
Try and keep it short. He's a problem.
Of course, and thank you again. I go inside.
And then you will go in and you see yeah, it's not well oiled. It's like a semi-dark room. There's a little desk in the corner, a bed. And you see the older dwarf who is the high priest of the temple.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting behind his desk, and he's got like a book in front of him. But you see a kind of mess of linen he's got kind of bunched up into his hand, and as you enter, he's like, I don't want to do it because I'm going to start myself, but he's hacking into the linen, because if I start making the sound, I'm going to start doing it.
Yep, yeah,
Fuck
no
up
worries.
throat.
Mm-hmm.
And so he gets through his coughing fit, and he looks up. Isaac, can I help you?
I'm sorry to see you so unwell, but I have something both important to inform you of, and I come to ask for help.
Oh, all right. Can I go ahead?
Do you mind I point to like an empty place to sit?
There isn't any.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't. Nobody
don't
that comes in here sits in front of him.
Okay,
they're
no
not.
worries.
This isn't an office. This is his living quarters. Can I sit on the floor?
There's a chair for him at the desk, probably, and that's about it. Probably.
that's it. There's a
And
chair for
is
him
he
at the desk
there?
and a bed.
Is he?
He's at his chair and his desk,
Okay.
like behind his desk. He's out of bed. He's trying to get some reading done while he hacks along.
Well, I guess at first I need to explain some things about myself. I do not know if you're aware, but I'm not exactly human.
He looks surprised.
Oh, that worked for once.
All I'm going to say is you left the healer outside while this man is obviously dying of like, what's it, TB,
Pneumonia.
tuberculosis, or something, pneumonia.
Oh, I mean, he could just have a flu. You don't know.
Could do, yeah.
He's
Still-
he's ill a lot, isn't he? He's just got a weakened immune system. We've come across the fact he's weak. Oh, Roach is frozen.
Oh God,
Well,
Roach.
that's creepy.
Roach is frozen.
It's creepy
Wow.
with
Oh,
the high
he's back,
def.
he's back, he's back,
Oh,
he's back.
Ooh, that was
Be
weird.
back.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
froze.
it's so creepy with the high def. You can actually pick out all the dimples on his face.
Yeah, we were like,
God damn it.
Why is it going back to low definition? Fuck this.
for those listening, Roach got a new camera this week, and he's like really high def, and we're like, whoa.
Yeah, we can count the hairs on his face. 1,
Yeah, like,
2,
please don't.
3,
You'll be there
4.
a while.
5, 6.
Rival. Rival.
I mean,
No, I
count the
started. I
hairs
have to
on your
finish now.
face.
7,
I'm-
8.
I'm gonna touch him on the shoulder as well and expend my use
Who
of
the
hit.
hell is... Okay, hold on 1 second. I'll just... Hold on. That's a phone call.
Okay. Well,
I'll answer it for you.
okay, let's reenact
Like,
this phone call,
fuck
shall
boy.
we? Rival, you be who's on the end of the phone. I'll be Roach. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hi, hello.
Hi. This is WKB News. You've just won a trip to Australia.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to go down under.
Could you
Yes,
stop at
unfortunately,
go down,
it's just
to
as
be
rock
honest?
will just drop you as we're flying over. There's no parachute, that's extra, but you get to go there.
Okay, how much are parachutes?
Oh, that's the problem. $2.5 million.
Okay.
That's an expensive parachute.
It's a very expensive.
How-
Made of platinum.
I'm
Wow,
not.
that's a really bad parachute.
I'm not sure of the aerodynamics of that.
And I'm back. Go ahead.
So enjoy that trip to Australia with a platinum parachute, bro.
So I'm back. I didn't hear a thing you guys said. So go ahead, Isaac.
So
Finish your-
I'm going to expend my
your heart to
uses of healing hands. Just make him feel a bit better, which is I give him hit points equal to my sorcerer level, just as a free action. Just to see if it does anything.
Oh my god, that was fun. You do that again.
As I expend some celestial
Sure,
radiance.
it makes him feel like a little bit lively. Like he's still got a cough. He looks a little bit more revitalized. Like
Okay.
he's had some coffee or something equivalent.
You need a trip to Australia. I'm sorry, Mitch. I'm
parachute?
sorry.
No, it's my fault as well. Don't worry. So, I am what is, I guess, colloquially known as an Asimar. I have direct links to
Because he would know this.
the blood of Palor, essentially through his servants, his angels.
Are you here for a reason?
I-
Messenger?
I am here as you are here. I was brought to life on this earth for no other reasons. I just choose to accept my bloodline and do good for our Lord.
That
But
could be pain. Oh yeah.
it does give me
I apologize. I'm having some trouble. Processing this.
no. Take your time. But
I assumed you were a blind man.
oh,
You see,
I can see perfectly as well. That's just
Right.
a natural
Thought that was magic.
feature. Okay, I'm gonna cast the cantrip light, but that will also reveal my pupils because naturally when I cast, my pupils shine gold.
I mean, it's kind of tied
Ish.
to the level of spell. It's a cantrip, so it's,
Yeah, no,
it's more
it's only
like,
a quick fling. It's just a thing to sort of show him. I can
I guess- I
actually
guess they
see.
kinda- Oh, right.
That's besides the point. What?
Oh,
I think I need to go back to bed.
things are making a bit of sense. The contact with a messenger that is with Paylor. your
That's what I was
ritual,
getting to. The
definitely seems more likely now that
Yes.
you're who you say you are. People know about this.
you're being let into a very close guarded secret. Naturally,
Oh,
being of semi-divine blood has its uses in
Right.
spells, and people tend to want my blood for such things. Um,
it's very valuable. We could actually use a vial too.
You
Okay,
donate me some blood. I need to pay for my next 3 years Christmas party, please.
I would.
I don't want to put you out.
We'll talk about that in a moment. But as you now may be aware, my blood gives me a divine connection to. Well, she's my aunt, but an angel. She's a deva, and I contact her for guidance through prayer.
Hold on, more processing.
Just the look on Roach's face, like, just the
okay,
blue screen, just.
My mother's sister.
I understand. No, the aunt part I got. I understand that. Your aunt is an angel of Paylor.
And so was my mother.
I assumed.
Yes.
I assumed that was the case. Yes, because it wouldn't make sense the other way around. Okay. Hold on a moment. I'm just going to.
Pulls out a bottle of rum, like.
You hear a little shift and like a as he open a desk drawer and he goes down to it and he, like
Yeah. Just some communal wine just to help things process a little,
And
you know?
she's the
definitely
person-
not communal wine. That doesn't have the color of wine. And he just kind of puts that there. I'm just gonna put that there. Go ahead.
So she is the one that I contact. She is my contact on Mount Celeste.
You
Opens up the drawer again, takes off the cap,
It's
chugs it, cap back on.
go ahead. Go ahead. Have you seen Mount Celeste? How is it? What is it? Can you tell to me? Is it what they say true?
Have I seen Mount Celeste, Roach?
No.
Okay, no.
No, you commune with it on a featureless plane is where
Yeah,
you commune
I-
with your,
I-
you don't
Like yourself,
whether or not you want to say that you've seen it or not. Ew, but you haven't.
I am yet to have been granted that pleasure. I meet in basically the entrance hall of Mount Celeste. Haven't quite gotten.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm sorry. This is the first time I've had
It's fine.
communication with an individual who's been there.
Ish.
Directly. Ish.
If I find out, I will
Now that I
write to
know
you.
I'd be very grateful.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Isaac's last letter is just, there is nothing in the void.
Oh God! Just
Lies! It's all lies!
crush this man's like religion. Just this man's faith, this high priest's faith, and just said, "I've been there. There's nothing."
Literally, that's what you could have said. Like, I've been to the plane of Celestia.
It's like
it is a blank white.
You're gonna Jon Snow this. And
That's
just
that's
destroy
that's
the Red
like
Priestess.
that's like walking up to the Pope with proof that God doesn't exist and going lies.
Read this. Now get on your knees, bitch.
Anyway, well, I recently had contact with more than just my aunt.
Oh,
I was in.
that's not normal,
No,
right?
no,
I'm
no, no.
assuming.
Yes, no,
Okay,
you assume
yes.
correct.
This is new to me. I'm
Oh, what was it
Still
called?
process.
I haven't got my notebook in front of me. What was it called, guys? The
The
malt-
Orpheum.
It was a
What?
yeah.
What was it? The
It was an Orphine, I think it was. It was an Orphine.
A judgment, like I believe it's the Angel of Judgment, right? It's like the judging, all-seeing eye of Palor, I believe. It's sort of like the
Angel,
mantra.
Orpheum. I'm like,
how'd you spell it?
We never really decided how to say it.
never
we
said, we know how to spell it. Though.
How'd you spell it?
OPHAR something.
AR.
No, it's Oscar Papa Hotel Alpha November, India, and I always get M.
Orphanym.
What is it?
Right.
Orphanym.
M always messes me up because my immediate first thought
Mike.
is Archer. Yeah, I know, but
That's Mike.
it's the first thing is Archer comes to my mind. It's just like Mancy. It's just fucking. That's such a shitty thing. That joke's it ruins it for me. But yeah, I linked it in the chat, so it's there. That's the page.
Yeah. I came into contact with an orphanym.
Just chug.
Go ahead. Yes.
He's like, I'm going to be drunk halfway through this conversation, but fuck it.
And
He just had a guy come up to him and just goes like, "So I'm an angel." And
And I had a
Well, no,
conversation
he
with-
was
half angel.
Yes,
Half angel.
no, okay. I'm a half angel. My aunt's a full blood angel, and not only that, but my recent conversation with her is on the plane of existence that both of our god exists
Dwells.
on. I've also been contacted by an angel whose primary purpose is to seek out judgment and falsehoods for no reason.
Just alcohol. Just
And it has
poor priest.
it has come to light to me that there is dark happenings in the world, and well, I've been given a lead, shall we say, to help stop it.
Right. I'm confused as to my position here. Why?
I require help from the temple to achieve such a goal.
How?
You were a half angel.
Well,
Who's apparently on first name terms with a bill from him.
This temple is the first that I've come across in a long time that of our faith, and before I set out on my quest, so to speak, I'm going up against direct enemies of Palor, and I require as much assistance as I possibly can. I believe one of the relics the temple is a custodian of might help me do that.
Oh. The one that you help that.
And if an orphanim's involved, this is a direct will of our god itself. But, of course, I would be happy to aid the temple in its absence. Maybe, like you said, some of my blood. I would also happily make a donation.
The Star of Palor that we oversee is very, very important to faith.
Persuasion?
Yeah, give me a persuasion check. Give me a persuasion
I'm
check.
just sitting here like Isaac is just after walking in, dropping a whole load of shit on this
Yo!
mountain.
I'm an angel! I need your godly power! Persuasion.
Yeah. Like, yo, I need your help. Give me your relic, bitch.
16.
Give me a second. Ooh. He has no bonus to his charisma, and he rolled 16. So
He rolled a 17.
he rolled a 16, and he has no bonus.
Oh.
He's just straight, so it just equaled. So right. You've put a lot on me. Today,
I understand.
Yes. We thank you greatly for retrieving the star. Even if you could not bring the individual who caused brothers and sisters' deaths to justice directly, the star itself is greatly important to us. What you say is true. That
It's
More alcohol. Just.
this is me.
Oh, I was expecting you to be like, he
The-
pops the cork again.
individual
No,
you mentioned.
Yes.
They directly correlate to this dark power that I am going to go and deal with. I will be finalizing Palor's judgment with this task as well. I wonder if that helps ease the burden on the temple.
It changes the day, and in a way, see him stopped for a second. His eyes are closed, and he's kind of just takes a breath. Isaac, Inquisitor Isaac, I grant leave of you to borrow the Star of Palor on your most holy mission to bring this individual to justice.
Thank you, High Priest.
Please bring it back.
I will. You have my word that I will bring it back. Or should I fall, my friends will return it.
No guarantees.
Right. Oh,
If it's my dying wish, I hope you fuckers return it. Okay.
As a
I don't want to.
lawful-
I don't want to fucking hear it. You left Coswood inside that goddamn church for months. Just
No, okay, maybe. But we were actively looking for a way to fix him. I
mean,
also
to be
died in a
fair-
mine, so he's gonna be stuck there forever now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You he gets up, goes to the door. You hear him whisper, talk to the individual on the other side of the door, which was the sister who guided you. They were still on the outside of the door. You're kind of unattended. You can't be left unattended in the back.
Yeah.
Order. And just like surprise. Just kind of in the background. And then
It's
you
quite
are-
all right. He's a half angel. What?
You don't get the sense that maybe that is just like, oh, we just need to give it to him. He's an inquisitor. It's gonna just listen to me.
Shut the fuck up.
But you were guided by the sister to their reliquary, and there is the Star of Palor on the on like a bust, and it's a necklace with a star. Just really uncomfortable being in here and seeing you go and pick it up. And she's just
Oh, I was expecting they were gonna handle it and give it to me, but if I'm meant to be the one picking up, I delicately
You were the
pick
you
it
were
up.
the one charged with
Yeah, okay.
taking it, and so
I
you are the one that will
delicately
take it.
pick it up and put it on.
And you put it on, and doesn't do anything yet because you need to attune.
I need to attune to it, I know, but I know what it does. I'm so excited.
And you head back out, guided, and you were back out into the.
Before I go, I offer him, does he want any of my blood?
He doesn't. No, he doesn't seem. No, he's just kind of really. You put a lot on him. You put a lot on him. He doesn't look like he deals with a lot of really important decisions.
Yeah, no, even so, I thank him, I thank the sister, and I also reinforce the fact that what I told you is of the utmost secrecy.
Understood. Yes.
Drops 10 platinum pieces into the donation jar on the way out, like, boy.
So, yeah, but after you pick up the star of Palor, the one of the 7 stars of Palor.
Yeah, the one charisma star of Palor, and I am a charisma caster. It's the useful one to be. Well, I suppose an
You never know what the other
intelligence
ones
one would
might do.
never hurt.
Yeah,
It's
you
one.
never know what the other ones.
Yeah, we'll
They
find out.
each, you know the story is that they're each an aspect of life, but there's one that is slightly different than the rest. But either way, you leave.
One star to rule them all.
But you leave the temple, and you are now back out into the open air with an incredibly powerful and magical item.
Cool.
None
I'm
of
gonna
your
go.
friends are there.
I'm gonna go map shopping.
I'm gonna go bomb the
Cool.
map.
Let's go.
Uh,
Let's go do something entirely mundane.
So, to do all of your guys's shopping, because we just, so you all wanted to do. Let's go through this. Who is doing what? Who's the first one that wants to see what they?
Myself
can
and
find?
Utari are doing the mundane shopping. So I'm getting all
Mundane
the
shopping.
spice
And going
rack.
armor shopping, I think, aren't they? Oh,
Yes,
he's gonna
and
try and find a
armor
shield.
shopping.
Spice rack, all of this stuff, and Utari's looking for 2+1 mundane shields for myself and him if we have money left over for that.
Okay. So the mundane items are pretty easy to find, and not hard. It looks like the riots did impact the market district a little bit, but it doesn't look like it impacted a lot. Just a couple of shops here and there. It looks like there was one. You can see the sign. It was a Silver Sand Trade store, like a local branch that was selling their goods on a corner, and that's burned to the fucking ground. That is gone. Yeah.
Big old
That
flame.
is ash on the ground, and nobody's
They put in
cleaning
some
that up, by the
extra
way.
strong-
None of the common folk who were cleaning up like buildings and shops that like you've seen that got caught on fire and everything like that. Nobody's doing that for the Silver Sand building. That's kind of just sitting there, dilapidated now.
They put some extra high proof fire glasses in that one,
Yeah.
just to be sure.
But yeah, you find easily enough. So you're wanting to pick up anything that is inside of the handbook for prices, or anything that's available inside the equipment section that you have a price for. You can buy it at that price. Nobody seems to be charging you an extra commission today on thing. Seems people are doing some civil disobedience when it comes to the cost of items and the tax.
I will, at every counter that gives me a discount, I will slide a silver piece across the table with a wink.
All right, they all give you a nod and smile.
As much as I abhor riots, I also abhor people being dickheads. So, fuck the power.
Yeah. Basically, with what you're going to be buying and the volumes you are, you're still going to be making out with more money than you would have spent tax anyways. So.
Yeah.
Roach, can you transfer the star to my inventory?
Yes, I can.
So everybody that needs to get rations, put your rations up to 10 and blah blah blah, because you might as well do that now.
Okay.
Okay, Star of Palor. And
Oh,
it's been
Paylor.
ID'd before, so you will now have it ID'd. For you
I
immediately
ID'd it before
upon
because I bonded it for a day.
That sounds
should be there.
slightly
Star
kinky.
Paylor. Star Paylor. When wearing this necklace, the creature gains +1 to charisma checks as well as gains dark vision while the necklace is worn on the neck. Once per long rest, the owner of this item may force an enemy to re-roll any attacks, saves, or checks that the owner of this item saw. Requires
It's
an
enemy now. Oh, I thought it was anyone.
No,
before I
no,
think
we,
it was
we
anyone.
we worked that out initially. That was something you found out initially because you thought you could do that before as well. But no, it's just enemies. You can use your force of will to change the outcome.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
It's mainly the +1 charisma I'm looking for.
That
Because
that reroll though is pretty big.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
for if there's like a what is it, dispel magic or something like that, that's put up, or a counter spell or something like that would be.
Or a
Pretty-
big freaking sea snake that gets a critical hit on that.
Yeah.
how long does it take to attune?
A day, right?
I think it's a long rest.
Okay.
You do,
So
so it's about 8
hours,
hours.
essentially.
8
yeah.
hours. It's a long rest.
Okay.
So by this evening, it'll be.
So by
attuned,
tomorrow,
essentially.
long rest means you're not doing anything but kind of focusing on that and doing stuff.
You're
So
sleeping,
it would,
essentially.
yeah, sleeping or focusing. So it'd be, when you go tomorrow night,
Yeah.
or tomorrow when you wake up, you'll
Yeah.
be ready. So, the mundane items, anything that has a price, just immediately pay that. I don't know if is the mess kit on the it is
Which
okay.
list is that under again? Is it items? Yes.
Yes.
Let me check here.
It's either items or it's like where like you find like alchemy bags,
The big item.
cartographer's gears, yeah, that. The
And remember, you
specific
can just use keywords. So mess kit, yes, that's there. So mess kit costs you two silver pieces. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's about a day.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. All right, I'll add that stuff to my sheet, and everybody else adds their rations. We should be good there.
Yeah. So for the spices, depending on what kind of spices and what volume are you looking for? Are you just looking for like a normal
so-
travel spice, or are you looking for like a
Just a normal traveling spice. So like, bit of salt, pepper, anything else, that might be
You
there.
would get you get a bit of salt and pepper. You'd get some like a nutmeg that you could use with that. You'd also probably get a little bit of chili powder from 'cause
Nice.
it's the dwarven freeholds, and they have the Rapkus colony, so they make a lot of that stuff.
Spice must flow.
Yeah, a little bit of nutmeg, salt and pepper. You could a little bit of chili powder and a little bit of mustard powder. You can get as a
Alright.
travel. So mustard powder, chili powder, salt and pepper. That gives you pretty much a good full range of like decent spices to use. If you wanted to, you could get some sweet stuff as well, like some sugar, which would be a little extra if you wanted.
Sure, I'll add a bit of sugar in case. Is there coffee?
Okay.
Actually, can I buy coffee beans?
Oh, coffee beans themselves?
Yeah. Or could I buy like refined coffee? Because either way, I'll probably try and get some. Because I imagine Alhood has coffee in it.
Yeah, it's more of a southern thing. Coffee, not as
Yeah.
much as far north. Yeah, you could find some coffee beans. Probably from Zeral, like some imported coffee beans. It cost a bit.
If I've ever have you ever tried Zeralian coffee beans before? And would I say they're good?
It's like the difference between a. You ever have like Middle Eastern like
Like
coffee?
Arabian beans and like South American beans. Sort
Yeah,
of
it's kind of the difference. Zeral is kind of like South American bean compared to Arabian. So it's-
Are we talking Brazil or like Peru?
I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but I do the broad differences. But it's not as because Arabian coffee is more it's more shit.
Better?
Yeah, it's more bitter, while South American coffee is a little less bitter than that. So it's not as bitter as what you're used to in
Yeah,
And
I'd say
all
she
that.
likes it because she's not an overtly bitter person. So yeah, she'll probably buy it. She'd probably
So
buy
yeah,
those
I'm
beans.
gonna say you can pick up all the stuff, and if you for price and with the spices, you're looking at maybe 10 gold pieces for everything. Spices are not cheap. They're
All right,
premium.
yeah, that's
thing.
fair.
10 gold, and you get essentially what is a bag of coffee beans, and that'll get you let's just say that's a pound. You get like a pound of not like you still need. These are not toasted either. You need to toast your coffee bean, or you need to brown your
Toast
coffee.
them and then ground them and then
Yeah,
use them.
it's just raw coffee beans.
I
which
like
you've
the
got
idea
now
that
in
he's
bag.
gonna like napkin them and then hit them with the war hammer.
Honestly, it wouldn't put it past her. I mean, hey, it'd be a great way to like make finely ground coffee beans.
Yeah. But yeah, you can get that for about an extra 10 gold pieces on what your cost for that. Horse feed, I don't think that's an actual item in the game, is it?
I don't believe
I don't
so.
think so.
How much are you looking for? 150 pounds?
50 pounds. Yeah.
150 pounds. Okay, that's going to take you a time and a half to do that. Utari, or Ustenia, you can couple that with looking for your horse at the same time, because you go to a stable and you're trying to find, good places to find feed. You did get a lead on where to get feed. Rhymed. Didn't mean to do that when I started it. But when you do look for horses, you do notice that they don't necessarily cater towards war horses available. There's a lot of draft horses, which are used to like pull heavy carts and things, and that seems to be the primary mode of transportation for a lot of like dwarves that use horses. Is they're using carts over riding most of the time. So you ask around. A lot of people don't necessarily know where you'd be able to find a war horse this far south. You might be able to find them in maybe up near the northern holds, because they get a lot of trade from First Kingdoms for that kind of stuff, or over in like near Titania. You may be able to find some people that.
So in the capital, maybe.
Possibly, though that's well, if you ask that Istenia, they would tell you that capital's actually an underground hold, so there's not a lot of horses in the hold.
Okay.
So, but no, there doesn't seem to be any war horses necessarily available. At least not for like public buying in here. Like they recommend you just go to like maybe Titania would definitely have some available, or if you take a boat over there, you definitely find somebody that's raising war horses for public buying. But you do find through those connections, talking about horses, you've been raised around horses, so you get a nice dialogue going with these guys, and they're able to point you towards where they get their supply from. And there's a little place that supplies most of the stables on the east side of the city, and when you order 150 pounds of feed, they do not blink an eye. This dwarvish woman just kind of like looking into nothing, as she's like kind of muttering to herself, and kind of then goes down to a sheet of paper and she's like doing a little bit of napkin math, and she says, "That's going to be 150. Normally it's about 2 gold pieces per pound, but you're ordering in bulk, and I like your, and you come recommended. I'll cut that down a little bit. 250 gold pieces for the whole lot. Cut off 50 gold pieces for you."
250? Yeah, I can live with this. This is a good deal. Thank you.
I'll give you Tari.
Won't find anything better.
I'll give you Sinia half of the amount required, so I'll give him 125. So we'll split the gold cost there.
There you go. All right, so you pay that, and yeah, Ustenia, you've been raised around horses, and you know horse feed. Like you normally graze your horses, but you've had to use horse feed before. This is actually pretty good stuff. It's not a lot of filler. It's actually it's pretty nutritious. It keeps together. So yeah, you find that, and you can start shoveling that into the into the bag of holding. It comes in actually like 10-pound bags. So
I mean, we could probably strap those to the horses then, right? Because
For now.
For now, yeah, you could if you wanted to. You can get them. You can get it to a bag of holding if you need to. It's not a big deal. But yeah, it comes in 10-pound bags, so you got 15 bags of feed, and you're kind of put it. You store that. And
I
you
think
get it
that's
back.
all of the
mundane
stuff,
items.
then. Yeah.
So you still need to go and get your weapons or you're looking for armor,
Shields.
right? Shields.
Yeah, shields.
The shields. Right.
we need to be able to block them hits better.
Yes. Because you got yourself beat last time.
I don't particularly like being bitten, you know.
Yep.
Depends on who's biting.
Nobody really does. Unless that's kind of their thing.
Depends
That's right.
on
Actually, I'm going to grab an extra healer's kit because I'm almost out on one of mine. So, because
Right.
my surgeon
cost.
stuff uses them up, so I'm going to go ahead and just buy myself 2 more, just because
Yeah.
I seem to
For
be stitching
cost.
these guys up a lot. So you know.
Yeah. So you can go and look around. I'll say, just to cut down on the time, since we're doing a lot of shopping right now. You can kind of shop around a couple of stores, and what you find is there is a +1 shield that you can find, and a +2 shield that you can find.
How much for the +2?
The +2 shield is 6,000 gold pieces. It is an expensive item because that is a very big magical imbuement upon it.
It's a
takes
magical
long
investment.
time.
+1 shield, correct?
I'm sorry, what?
There's only one +1 shield, correct?
Yeah, there's one +1 shield available, and that's 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold. Jeez.
I
Okay.
can't actually
It's-
afford
it's-
that, so
It's a magical, because this isn't like because think that's a +1 on top of the shield's already +2 to AC, so that gives you a
Yeah,
+3
yeah.
to AC on that. That's a pretty big jump. It's not a common thing people ask for, and they have it because they sell these to like mercenary bands and military forces, and it doesn't seem like the people that were going to buy this are buying it. It looks like it used to have an emblem on the front of it, and it's a big tower shield, much like the one that Sesh saw last night, that has been stripped of its.
someone took a
company.
file to it and took the symbol off of it real quick.
Yeah. So there's so it looks like they're selling it at that cost, and it just kind of is what it is. If you want to try and negotiate it down a little bit, you might be able to, but you can definitely tell they're pretty firm on that price, because this is it takes a lot of investment to get that enchantment onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give Utari a sort of
Ustenia.
like, sorry, Justinia, come to me for a second so we can have a chat. And are you entirely sure you want to invest in that? Because we could probably find more for cheaper, maybe in Teutonia, considering how militarized they are.
Yeah, I was thinking this price is bad.
If you wanted to, I could try and negotiate for you, but it's up to you.
No, I think we wait until we get to capital. I need to get. I think better horse would be a better investment.
She nods, and she will go ahead and buy 2 bundles of arrows, 1 for each of our archers, just because she feels like she's in a good mood today.
All right, you
And
can go ahead.
I assume those are cost. Yeah.
Yeah, those are
And
costs.
she'll
Yeah,
keep
doesn't
the-
look
the
nobody's
repeat.
nobody's charging you a tax today. At least a lot of people are kind of
Yeah.
fucking fed up with the company due to something that happened last night, and doesn't look like
Yeah,
anybody's
and she'll
enforcing
keep
that tax
the-
today.
Yeah, she'll give the guy the silver piece. So,
He takes it. He takes it. He bites down on it and he goes, "Thank you, man." And he just puts it down into his like.
just gives him a very friendly sort of, smile and says, "Just try and be better armed next time," and walks away.
You can and when he smiles, you see a couple missing teeth. They don't look like they're old. Looks like they're pretty fresh.
Yeah, there's like the gaps are there, and there's like bits of teeth still stuck in there somehow.
Yeah, somebody got his ass beat last night, but he doesn't. give a
Someone
shit.
got somebody got whacked in the face at one of those big
Yeah.
billy clubs, and it doesn't look like
Yeah.
it felt like a good time.
No, you know from being a guard, those are not necessarily meant to be something you get back up from. Because a normal billy club is just a wooden stick with maybe some like a lead core or something like that. It's got some weight to
Yeah.
it, but it's got
Yeah.
this thing has got a metal ring on the like a bat weight, like whenever you're swinging.
Oh
bat
yeah,
company
like
at the end of it.
an iron band along the top of it,
Yeah,
sort of thing.
it's basically an inch. It's basically got an inch band around that pokes out an inch from
that
there.
would brain somebody. Like if you hit
Yeah,
someone hard.
it's meant
yeah.
to brain somebody. Is what you saw. Those things are not They're not a police force. No, these guys, the guys that were out last night weren't a police force. They were something.
It
else.
was a police force, so I wasn't doing that shit. So I guess
Yeah.
I have the high ground here. Okay, at least
Yeah.
morally.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys, so you two get your stuff done, and that's going to take most of the day from you just going around shop to shop. So, Arwan, what are what
Me and
are you
Rivlin
doing?
are picking up potions.
Okay, you two are going to
See,
go
I
pick
couldn't
up some
find potions on the items list. I found healing kits, but not potions.
That's hold on. Healing. That's because it's a DMG thing. It's a Dungeon Master Guide thing. I
Oh,
have to look it up. Yeah, it's just kind of a thing. So you go to the let's see here, the Griffin's Wings, which you have been told about by Isaac, which is a little potion shop. It looks like it got through this stuff unscathed. But it does have available the woman who is the thin elvish woman with fire red hair, with very dwarvish, done up dwarvishly, which is kind of really weird clash to her elvish. She currently has on hand some healing potions she's willing to sell you, but she doesn't have as much as she used to have. She apparently
obviously.
she got bought. A couple of individuals came by and bought a good stock of her previous amount. But she does have, according to her information, she has looks like 5 regular healing potions, 2 superior healing potions, or I guess that's not superior; they're greater potions, and also she's willing to sell one. Oh no, one supreme, not superior. She's got 2 greater and 1 superior, and then she's got 5 regular.
And
So how much for the whole lot?
Oh, it's well, a normal healing potion, she's charging about 60 gold pieces for it per regular healing potion. Her greater healing potion is currently 250 gold pieces.
Oh my god, she's got a price hike on her.
Her superior healing potion is 650 gold pieces.
Just remind me, how much healing does that? It's
A normal healing potion does 2d4 plus 2. A greater healing potion does 4d4 plus 4. And a superior does 8d4 plus 8.
okay.
We may as well just get healing kits, mate.
The healing potion can be done on a bonus action, and anybody can
Yeah.
do it. And you can also do it to another person, like pour it down their throat for a bonus action. That's the balance. That's the benefit of them.
And the bad thing is that I can only use that physician thing on you guys once per long rest, because it's like,
Yeah.
I stitched up all your wounds and put bandages on, but it'll take you a while to heal still naturally. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes time.
Time for some quick maths.
Quick meth.
I
Put on
personally
stream,
think we
it's
can
bad.
only afford the healing potions.
Potions are expensive because they are pretty in
Yeah.
at least anything above a normal healing potion is pretty expensive because that is a
Just as
That is
a
a large
thing that Isaac probably would have mentioned, we did pick up a potion of Hill Giant Strength that we could trade in. And I
That's
know
true, you do
they
have
are
that.
worth money because Isaac has come across them from the potion trader in
Harbor.
in Fall Harbor, and he gave me an estimate of how much they're worth. So I know they're worth a bit.
All right.
All right.
So,
How much are they worth?
Arwen's gonna put
you
up
have 2
a
potions.
potion
Two
of water breathing and
Yeah.
potion of hill giant strength, and see how much those are worth in trade.
She takes a look at them. She takes a look at them. She doesn't give them. She makes sure she makes sure that you can see her holding it the whole time, not obfuscating or anything. Looking it over, checking it, pop cork a little bit, tip her finger. It does a little. Okay, does a good appraisal. The water breathing potion is a little of lower quality.
You about to say the water breathing potion is watered down?
I was for a second, but I didn't want
A
to.
watered down breathing potion.
I could do 450 equivalent gold pieces on that. Hill giant strike. It's up to a light. Is it a shake? This is for trade-in, not
Yeah,
gold.
Correct.
right.
550.
So 400 for one and 550 for the other.
We'll buy the lot, and I'll hand over 400 gold.
Okay, so you buy every healing potion that
Yep.
Yeah.
shows. Okay, so you give 400 of your gold pieces plus both your potions for all of her stock of healing
Yep.
potions back.
I'll
Okay.
I'll put 200 in there, so we'll split
Alright.
it.
All right.
Okay.
Sharing the burdens. High five.
Hey, it's what friends do.
To be fair,
okay,
we
so
are
she
much
had
more likely to use
the healing potions.
healing potions than a heal giant
That
strength.
heal giant.
Heal
would have
giant
been
is
fucking
used-
horrid on Ustenia. That would have he would have been able to go through somebody like a meat
No,
cleaver.
he wouldn't, because it only raises you to 21. And it stops dead at 21. It's not by 21. So he'd only gain like 1 strength point.
3.
What do you have Ustenia as a
Yeah,
as a
but
strength?
one score
Strength
improvement.
plus 4.
Yeah.
It would
He's
only
got- well,
take
yeah,
him
he's got
up to
18.
plus 5.
Yeah.
He's got 18.
Okay, so it would have
what's the
taken him to a +5.
Yeah.
But
Still would've been
and it's,
alright.
yeah, but it's far less useful than the fact that we've got an 8D. What is an 8D4 plus 8,
8 4 plus 8
which is
superior potion.
over
if you
my
gave a
full
Hill
health
Giant
if
strength
need-
potion to Isaac because his strength is garbage, that'd be different. you know.
My strength is not garbage, thank you. I've got a +1.
It's garbage comparatively, okay?
I've got at
Okay,
least a
so
+1
you
in
now
everything,
have-
thank you.
I've got.
You now
I think
have...
the only thing I don't have a +1 in is intelligence.
Actually,
I just
Isaac's
closed
strength-
my inventory screen. It was 5 regular, 2 greater,
Yeah.
1 superior.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Those are in your party inventory now. So however you want to split those up whenever you get it, you can
Yeah.
do so. You have paid it. She gives you. I think it's been a pleasure doing business with you, gentlemen. As can I interest you in some of my personal personal wares? And she
And she pulls out the Red Bull.
essentially she pulls out the Ruby Griffin.
Yeah.
Ruby Griffin. If you'd like to.
It's like a little
but
shot
I'll,
of
I'll
energy
slide
drink.
a gold piece across the desk and ask her what happened last night.
Oh, I'm not totally sure. It's there's a lot of rumors going on, but somehow the company local office in the dockyards set on fire, and some individuals decided that would be a good time to stick it to them. Not that I have a problem with that.
This is
So
where you start
then,
a whisper campaign and start whispering the rumors of Sedno and Galifar the Red bloodline is back.
So you hear that there's like been a
Oh.
revival of God for the Red?
All I know is that it started out like a normal Red Galifar night. Lots of fireworks, kids having fun in the park, and then there was a lot of not that.
Thank you very much for your time.
I appreciate her sense of humor.
Hey, she gets paid either way. She sold that. She sold most of her potions to the company.
Yeah.
She sold most of her healing potions. to
Those
the
guys
company.
needed the potions more than the rioters, because the rioters mostly just died when they got hit.
Oh boy.
Just whack, they're dead.
I like the
Yeah,
idea
you
that
saw
there's-
those clubs.
There's loads of
Rainbow
grave priests just rubbing their hands.
All of the like undertakers in the city are just like, boy, I'm gonna make some money today.
I saw a thing where it was literally what was it the Temple of the Grave Domain with a funeral parlor built onto it, so they were just like Temple of the Grave Domain. They kept coming in for like meetings with the clerics, but the clerics would be building coffins, looking at people, like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. And just measuring people.
If I ever play a Grave Domain cleric, I'm going to be.
That's like the premise to a horror movie.
The guy that was the manager for the Undertaker in WWE, like I forget his name, but the little like the guy.
I remember.
Yeah, play
I just love the idea that the Grave Domain clerics just whenever they meet someone for a long period of time, they just pull out a tape measure and just start sizing them up for a coffin.
So, like, it's free consultation. So, you get the potions. Is there anything else you would like to pick up? Were you doing anything else for the day with your shopping? Because it doesn't take you long to do that.
Pop into the magic shop real quick. See if they have anything.
All right. You do so. Not a lot of their stuff's really changed, but they have gotten a couple of like you look through. They have a couple of potions available that are a bit higher level than what the Griffin Wing had. It looks like the Griffin Wing's very low level stuff she has available for the most part. There is like a couple of weapons here and there that they got. Like there's a +1 flail that's sitting around. That
do they still have the sending stones?
No, actually, both of those sets have been bought by somebody. Because when you acquire them, we recently sold those a bloody ago. We could have them. We could have a new set re-enchanted for you, but take time and money to do so.
No worries. Yeah, I'm good. Unless Rivlon has shopping he wants to do here.
Other than the 20 arrows, no, I'm good.
Okay, you can pick those up for cost, just like going out and find a random shop that sells that kind of stuff. It's not hard to find. So okay. And Isaac, we'll go to you because you wanted to go buy maps.
Yes, I'm going to go look for maps. Maps of... Because I've already got the world map and I've already got the freehold ones, but I'm looking for...
so what do you...
So
you're just going around trying to find like a cartographer or a place that would sell...
Cartographer, like, just anyone, yeah, like trade offices might have some...
Give me an investigation check, give me an investigation check with advantage, because you do cartography as a hobby. Or as a profession. I don't know how you'd consider it.
It was rolled into my training, is kind of how I look at it.
Then give it advantage, then, yeah.
It was like my specialization at Inquisitor control.
Inquisitor you, yeah.
was planning. My thing was part like group planning rather than Inquisitor. I was
Nobody get your fucking hands in the air now! Get on the ground!
Heretic motherfuckers, get the hands up.
He was more on the operations level than the tactical level.
Yeah, I'm the one in the back of the van with the headset going, go, 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 go.
Literally just Judge Dredd, like...
So yeah, investigation with advantage to find
skills.
a place that would sell some of those for you.
Speaking of which, I recently
21.
watched like, the Dredd
Nice.
new one. Good shit. Good shit, boys.
Okay, 21. That actually gets you further. There's not a lot of standing shops for this, but you do find in the trade square an individual that is selling a whole lot of maps for the world. It's just a lot of maps. Not all of them are actually like area maps. Some of them are like city maps for different big cities that you can find in different places.
What do we got?
So they do have available. They have one for Titania, if you would like to own that. They have one of the Steppe Kingdoms of Utesh available.
Yes.
They have the largest city in the Grey Wastes. They have a map of that, if you would so like. As well as the second largest, they have Al-Hut as well available. And they also have Doveport as a map.
Oh, nice.
That you can pick
Do
up.
they anything else, or is that all of what they've got?
They also have an older map of West Hollow, which is a map in Teutonia that is like it's a coastal city. It's one of the larger coastal cities, but it's not the biggest ones. Or not coastal, riverside cities nearby Takova. Unfortunately, they don't have a lot of ones further than that, they didn't. When they came here, they didn't expect to find anyone too interested about things far away. on the other
Nothing
side
Cardinal
of
Empire or
the wall.
anything, or
I'm sorry, what?
nothing from the Cardinal Empire or anything. I'm just a map enthusiast.
Unfortunately, no.
Sure. Okay. I will buy up all of those maps if it's within my budget
I
to do
also
so.
have a map of the Sukesh Isle. That was
Oh
recently
no, yeah, I'll take that
fine.
one as well.
Okay, grand total will cost you 50 gold pieces for everyone.
Yep, no, that's fine. I'll take that.
As it's just like
Do they,
maps.
do they have a map case as well? I've got because mine will probably
Some of
already be filled.
the larger ones, like the area maps, will have like a waterproof case that they come in. Cause
Yeah,
they're
yeah, like
bigger,
those little-
But the city maps are more
I've-
like
I've-
kind of hand ones.
Yeah,
that have to place on the
National Treasure. I want one of those leather sort of over the that I could strap to the horse.
extra
and-
10 gold pieces on that, 60
Yeah,
total, and you can
nice.
get one for all of them because
Yes.
that costs extra. Okay, so
I've got maps. I've bought maps.
Isaac's
Oh.
like running around with his map satchel, like nerdy, and then we just went out here, bought weapons and armor,
Skipping
and supplies
away.
and stuff. Yeah.
It's under inventory, isn't it? Your money. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
It's
I'm just
pure
gonna-
childhood glee.
I'm
And
not actually sure how I would share these with you guys without just pushing them directly in your faces. Looks like I
Take
gotta
these,
just push them.
bitches.
Looks like I'd have to push them directly into your faces.
okay, map porn it is. Here it comes.
Where it is.
Here it comes,
Okay,
boys.
Switching. I'm
So
switching
first-
page so I can view all the maps as they come up.
So first things first, you have the Broken Shield map that is provided.
It's loading.
Isaac's
Oh,
just
nice.
looking it over like he's a little child just giggling to himself.
Then I'm just gonna look around the market because I've probably got time to kill and just see what's
Probably.
there. See if anyone's got anything religious iconography or anything nice, anything catches my eye.
Yeah, okay, you can do so. Yeah, so that should pop up the Broken Shield one.
Yep. I mean, it's
Heresy
still loading.
over there.
It's loading, but
But-
yeah.
Isaac's just like, there's some
Uh,
heresy over there because there's a porn vendor hiding in that alleyway.
Eh?
You just see my manacles come out.
Uh-oh.
Heresy?
Uh-oh. Don't go through
then there-
Arwen's bag then.
Oh god.
Arwen is just standing there like, so I'll take all the Dragonborn stuff, please.
What the hell?
There's also Paramin that you've gotten. There's also Alhut. I'm just doing all this so that you guys actually have they're all loading and you'll get them.
Sooner or
There's
later
the
we can actually look at them, sort of thing.
There's the Teutonian map, which you've already seen, but you don't have in pain. so you get that
I've
map.
seen Teutonian map. Chris has seen Teutonian
Yeah.
map, but no one else has seen the
Yeah.
Teutonian map.
And the Teshian Steppe Kingdom is
We need to
available.
go find...
I don't even
Go find
imagine
people.
Justinia's seen that because he never probably saw a map before, right? Just
Whoa,
probably
whoa,
never
whoa,
saw
whoa,
a map
whoa.
of his own home.
It's not that backwards. Come on.
Well, no, but like, why would you need a map when you're just like, oh, the stars will guide me, sort of thing? You know?
People can have hobbies.
That's true. That's true.
You know, it's a thing.
Whatever
Because
you're
they,
into.
they must need a specific way to go, this is what we own.
That's fair.
Are you sure they don't just kind of Lion King it? Everything the sun touches?
There'd definitely be some enemy armies that would have a problem with that.
Paylor's just like, bruh.
Technically, yeah, with Palo, everything the light touches is blessed by the Sun Father.
Yeah, no, that worked. That, got that.
Well, these are taking a long time to open.
Yeah.
That's
probably big
lost
maps.
all of them.
He just bought a whole shitload of them, so yeah.
I'm
oh,
sorry.
Put West
They're probably
Holland.
pretty big maps, so just give them a minute. It'll be fine. We'll get
Plus,
there.
we're loading them for the
I'm
first
doing the
time.
best I can.
That's Fantasy Grounds right now. Like, please don't do this.
Our computers are trying to download them from a cornfield right now, so give them a moment.
Roach's modem is just a corn on the cob. Just a singular corn cob.
It's like one of
don't know
those
how it works,
where you
but-
run a
Oh, God,
calculator
there's another
off of
one.
a- Yeah, it's like when you
That's
run a
another one. That's
calculator
the
off
one.
of a potato.
Yeah.
So,
We don't
yeah, you go
understand it,
through while those are loading. You go through and you go through the rest of. You don't really find anything too interesting, unless you're looking specifically for anything.
I'm just opening Gork and it's easier.
Unless you're looking specifically for something, you don't really find anything that catches
Oh,
your eye.
no, there is. I want to find a jeweler.
A jeweler? That's not too hard. What are you specifically wanting?
Diamonds.
Diamond. You can find some. What specifically, like, kind are you looking at?
I need a
Cut,
diamond of at
raw,
least 300 golds worth.
worth. Give me an investigation check.
I'm sorry, but my player sheet is currently covered by maps.
You can just like drag them and X out of them until they load.
Yeah,
They'll come up
okay,
sooner or
okay.
later.
Oh, I found it. There we are. Investigation.
We'll have a check
File
a couple of these.
You'll have to tell me what it
Hold on.
is. Oh no,
7.
that's a 7.
7. You go around a couple of jewelers and you find they do have diamonds, but none of them are worth 300. That's a pretty substantial cut. Or a big raw diamond, and that's not like a lot of these guys don't deal with that. They're dealing a lot of smaller orders, like, you know, wedding band, or like wedding rings and necklaces and
Signets and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, nothing that big, nothing that big. They might be able to special order something for you, but it would.
No, it's
take-
only if they had it. Oh, broken shield's just loaded. Oh, it's numbered.
Yep, there's a new
Look at that.
legend that exists now, for the maps.
Oh, really? Because I use that map generator as well, so that's
Yep,
good to know.
They added that in,
That's really cool.
and you can customize the names of the district stuff. So. Make it more of your own. But yeah, so you go through that. You've all, I'll say most of you finish your various bits and bobs that you wanted to get done before the end of the day, but it's about maybe an hour before nightfall. What do you all do? Are you all getting back together? Or
Yeah, we'll meet up.
Going to the bath. Oh. Yeah, meet up.
Yeah, that's not working.
Okay, meeting up.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all meet up at a predetermined that you all know. I'm assuming it's like in front of the inn that you've all stayed at since you heard the broken mass.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. You arrive and you're all there. What are y'all doing?
Handing out the rations and horse feed to everybody in equal amounts.
All right. I was going to allow you to just have said that.
Yeah,
that
just
was-
like that's
I
done.
was assuming
All
that
right.
was gonna be.
Here's your rations
Yeah.
and horse feed sort of stuff.
I'm specifically. Oh, Roach, I didn't state it, but I'm definitely hiding the Star of Palor under my cloaks.
So
It's
I'm gonna
definitely
roll a
not.
perception.
I've got my normal star out, but it's definitely
The
not
star.
Just-
the star.
He's got more gold chains. He's just got more chains. He's got 2 chains now.
I already had 2 chains because I picked up someone else's Star of
Now
Palor.
he's got 3 chains.
So
It's not too out of the ordinary.
chains.
Chia.
Oh, there's Teutonia.
So,
I love this
the old
Teutonia.
Teutonia.
map. I love this
I'm actually going to
Teutonia
look at
map.
that map because I want to see what Teutonia looks like.
It's nice. It's
I do as well, but they're just taking forever to load.
It's pretty square.
Teutonia.
Teutonia.
Teutonia is think square Germany.
Square Germany. You know,
So
second
it's like
Germany.
it's the Teutonic Order except more square.
Yes.
Hence the name. There's old
So
Ashton.
what you're telling me is these
and
guys
White
don't say
Vine,
Hans.
White Vine and old Ashton. Oh,
Aw.
season 1,
so what-
everybody.
What you're telling me is these guys don't say Hans get the Aluga, they say Hans gets his spear.
So yeah, you've all met up. What are y'all wanting to do? Because you still, like I said, you got about an hour before nightfall.
Oh,
I guess
I forgot about this as well. I just because obviously some of the Teutonian names are like genuine general British town names. in terms of like kind of old Ashton's kind of very English. I love that Luton exists. So we could literally go to Luton High Street. Oh dear.
Do they play? Do they play football, aka soccer, in Teutonia?
You don't know.
I don't know, but maybe you guys do.
Anyone want a party?
Dash just sort of shrugs, like, might as well, I guess. All right, I guess we're getting piss-faced drunk.
All right. That was easy.
Last night in Gorgon.
Right.
I guess.
Who's going to deal with Ustinia?
Not
won't
me.
be me.
Not me. Not me.
Not
I already
me.
said like
Wait, what?
second. Not me.
Started.
So that
early.
means Isaac is just like, all right, I guess you're stuck with it, Isaac.
Well,
Congratulations.
Isaac is the responsible one. He doesn't drink heavily.
I mean, maybe.
You
Maybe once.
you see Isaac go to the bar and buy a bottle of wine.
Yeah, heavily. You don't expect him to get pissed.
Just one bottle of wine? Oh,
Hey, it's a party for him.
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. He's just sitting there with a bottle of red wine.
Hence, he should be.
Actually, would it be
coherent
red
enough to
wine?
take care of
That's a good
Ustinia.
question.
Ow. That's a lot of maps. Not voting.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of maps. Blame Isaac.
Would it?
He wanted to
Would
buy
it be
them all.
red wine?
Okay,
Midge?
which one do I need right now?
Oh,
It's just Gorgon. You don't need anything else. So
Would
nobody's
it be
talking
red
about
wine,
anything
Midge?
else.
Would you get a bottle of red?
yeah, it would be red rather than any of the other. Well, actually,
Rosé or white, maybe.
it wouldn't be a
Really?
rosé. It could be white, but it'll be depending on what the grapes grown, because whatever the sun father touches is technically,
True. Yeah.
so white.
Well, you can drink whiskey then.
Yeah, that's right.
I can.
Technically, you can
Doesn't-
drink anything because anything but like drow drink because at some point
Anything that's made
sun
of potatoes,
has
though.
entered into.
Yeah, I can technically drink. Yeah, but I just choose not to. However,
can't get rum
Isaac's
here, so
going
I'm probably
through
gonna
a
stick
lot
to
right
meat.
now, so leave him alone.
Hence why he can watch over Ustinia and the rest of us. Like a.
sticking to meat.
Isaac is not even nursing this wine. He's just kind of sat in the corner, sort of.
So yeah, you go into the Broken Mast, you order some drinks, and you start just having a time. It's
It's the first night off we've had in ages.
Lunch, you
exactly.
boys. Let's have a drink.
You even have the innkeeper, the male half that Kata. Like you've seen him offer like locals that come in often, but this is the first time he's offered you, and he asks if you want
Oh no,
Oh,
Roach.
what, sorry?
Roach is
the
cut out.
wonder.
Oh, the wonder.
Yes, please.
Dash goes,
fine.
yeah, and she puts her hand down on the like, let's have a
All
drink.
right, you see him mix a shitload of alcohol, various different colors and viscosity,
Some Mickey
into a
Finn.
drink. Stirs it all together, and he's not touching the part of the glass that has liquid in it. He's touching the rim, like just below the rim, and he puts it right in front of you. It is a little.
Pick it up.
That's right. You pick it up, and as soon as you pick it up, and your skin touches the glass, where your skin touches, the drink changes color, depending on how
Oh.
warm it gets, and it's like
That's
a little.
She's
It
looking
changes
at it
color.
like, damn, that's cool.
And the longer you touch it, it goes from like very very like bluish colors, and then it goes to red, and it's kind of like shifting between like the rainbow, and it just does that as you.
Like,
as you're
I like
watching.
to
Everywhere your
think-
skin touches.
I like to think as a town guard, she's gotten piss drunk before. 'Cause, she's a guardsman. So she goes, she cheers in Draconic and knocks it back.
All right, doesn't taste too bad actually. It's sweet. It's a sweet drink. It's kind of like a fruity drink in some ways, but it's not
Likes
bad.
that, actually. She likes that,
It-
yeah.
Yeah, it hides the alcohol in a good way.
It's like
So it's
like
a pink gin and
Jägermeister.
lemonade.
Yeah. It's
I was
it's
thinking
like
like
a,
what's that one drink? that doesn't taste like it's alcoholic, but it is like will get you really lying on.
I Long Island iced tea.
Yeah.
Where it'll just
Yeah.
it doesn't taste like it's alcoholic at all. But
And then like you're 5 drinks deep, and you're like, Jesus, I'm drunk.
No, it's like a pink gin and lemonade as well because my friend bought me doubles. I thought they were singles. Didn't taste any different. I was in London at St Pancras International Station. I stood up in the Wetherspoons and went, oh. that was not a fun train journey
there
home.
I go.
So I'm pissed drunk right now.
And considering like at the station, the pub is on the lower floor and the trains are actually above you at that point. So I was going up an escalator like, don't fall backwards, don't fall backwards.
Okay. Falls forward.
So yeah, and you just go through the night. Going through the night, enjoying yourselves, knocking it back, talking amongst yourselves, whatever you want to talk about. And so probably about an hour after you start, it's definitely gotten into the night. And you've knocked back a bit. You're not drunk. Definitely feeling it. It's a nice night.
Buzzed.
It's a nice night so
Exactly.
far. Nice night. You see the door open. Normally, people stop coming in to the Broken Mast when nightfall happens, because if you're there, you're usually, if you're gonna be there for the night, you're there already.
You're already there, knocking back drink, sort of way.
Yeah. It's not a place you stay a long time. But you see the door open and an individual walks in. This individual's wearing kind of riding clothing, some leathers, and an interesting pattern that looks somewhat familiar to all of you because you've seen an individual in your party wear these this clothing before he received his better armor, a Displacer Beast hat.
I'll look towards Justinia, and then back to the dude at the door, and then back to Justinia.
There's a mutation just walked in.
This individual looks to be younger, about 5'10", so a bit shorter than. Actually, how tall are you?
Well over 6 foot.
Yeah, shorter than you, smaller build, a little lithier, and he walks in, and Kata goes like, "Another one for you." Like he knows him as if he's been not familiar like you, but as in he's been here like once or twice, kind of thing, recently. And you see the guy do the the little wave. Yeah, go ahead. And he goes to the bar. Ustenia, give me a perception check.
Cousin!
It's your cousin!
It's
Let's
your
go for a
cousin.
bleed the
Ustinia's got eagle eyes.
Eagle eyes. That's true. Well, that's why I didn't give him. Actually, technically, it wouldn't have mattered because I didn't give him.
I swear to God, if he
because-
asks me to go bowling, I will stay.
I didn't give him disadvantage. I didn't give him disadvantage because of the dim light. That's why he didn't. That's
Okay.
eagle eyes already. But Ustenia, take like a second as he's walking, and you see his face, not like directly, but in profile. I think you know him.
Cousin!
You do know him.
His name better
It
not
didn't-
be Roman.
It didn't click. It didn't click at first because there's no way that could be. Last time you saw him, he was still with the family tribe when you left. That's your little brother. That's your
Shit.
brother Demir.
So it wasn't cousin. Instead, it's brother.
Hey, brother, let's go bowling.
He just turns around and
Brother, we
says,
should go
He
bowling
doesn't-
sometime.
He doesn't seem to notice that you're there though. He just walked in. It looks like he was out riding, and he's come back maybe because he sits down in a place. All you notice down like this is his spot. Like he's been here for a couple of days and he's picked a spot. Ustenia does the same. He has the same thing inside
Yeah.
of this same place at his table. You have a table and that's where you're
I
at.
like the idea that Uteshians have like horse bowling, where they're riding along and they throw a boulder from the horse and knock down wooden pegs.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, let's go bowling.
Yeah, Ustenia, he doesn't notice that you're there. He's just he's given a bottle of some sort of alcohol. Looks to be like an ale. And he's just nursing that and drinking. And he's got his back to you, but you did see him as he came in there, and you are 90% sure that is your little.
I'm going to approach the person to get within earshot range, and then say in Uteshian. I'm assuming that's how you're spelling the name.
It has an A in it, but it's close. It's Damir, like as in Damir, as in basically.
Rather than Demir and Dimitri.
Yeah.
As in, he's not hoisting a flag over the Reichstag. He's
Yeah.
Hey, brother,
Yeah.
let's overthrow the Third Reich.
essentially.
not
He's
one
like,
step backwards, comrades.
Fucking hell. He takes a
Damn.
drink. In mid-drink, he hears that. And he looks over, and now you're face to face now, because you went within earshot of him. And that is your brother. And he's like, for a second, he doesn't say anything. And he smiles, and all of you see these two Uteshians. The little one, like, just big arm hugs this your friend who's wearing fucking the skin of an enemy on his head, on his helmet, and this new armor, like this big bulky motherfucker that is your friend.
20 gold on them being related.
I will not take. She just turns to you and
Buzz
says,
Isaac's the best now.
she just turns to you and says, "That's a terrible bet, and you know it."
But and he says back in Uteshian to you, Ustenia, I've been looking for you. He's smiling and he's hugging. He's hugging you like a brother.
Look at you. You're looking great. You're looking fantastic. You've been looking for me? Why are you looking for me? What are you doing here? Come join us. Come join.
All you're hearing just Uteshian
Is it
gibberish.
his?
We're just like
Just
we're just sitting there listening to
I
this
just sit at the
conversation.
table and
man.
go,
I don't.
Does anyone understand what's being said over there?
No, but it's
No.
quite
Just shake
beautiful
hands.
language.
You're just hearing Mongolian. in
Thank
your
God, I
ear
thought it
right
was
now.
beer.
I thought I was just seeing two Stenias for a second. I thought I was. Woo.
He looks
They're
very similar.
Completely different.
He's walking with you, Stenia, but as
One's
he's
not
getting
wearing a
closer, everybody-
jaguar.
Yeah, all of you at the table do see him. He definitely looks related. He has the same facial like features. He's just a little bit more skinny and lithe, and definitely not as old. You think maybe 4 or 5 years younger than his brother, or you don't know his brother yet, but
Right.
this related person. He doesn't have a full beard, and he's more he definitely young adult.
Is he
Young adult
armed?
at this point. Oh yeah, he's carrying
Yeah,
a
yeah, two of
sword.
them.
Hey. No,
It's
he's
really hard to
carrying
ride without them.
He's carrying a
I've been waiting
sword.
years to use that
Okay.
one.
He's carrying a sword, and but he's not carrying a bow like Ostenia is. He's just carrying a sword on his belt along with a small dagger, and he doesn't have a lot of armor on either. He looks like there's mostly riding clothes that he's wearing right now. This is like standard Uteshian riding clothes that he's wearing without armor.
Okay.
He's walking up.
Two Tertians
I
walk into a
scoot
bar.
over.
Who are these?
I scoot over a
As-
little bit
as
to,
you-
to leave the brother's space beside me.
As he walks up into there, he's saying in common now, because but in accented common as your who are these people?
Please take a seat, and she will pat the chair beside her. She moves over.
Amir, please sit with us. These are my friends. These are the people I have been wandering with and helping me in the killing of this thing. Taps the head of the displacer beast on my head. Like we.
I was going to ask about that. It was-
Yes. They
Fucking
They
cool,
help.
brother.
These big beasts apparently move through the realms of reality, some crazy shit like that, but we kill it and we're great fun, you know?
You just
don't know
sit
why,
there
I just want to go
That's
to
some
wicked
he goes
shit.
through and he goes through and starts like introducing each of the party members to
I want to hear Ustinia's take on each
I
of the
want to hear the
party members.
introductions.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Nope. Yeah.
I want to hear these instructions.
How do you?
You
How do you
need to,
introduce?
and you can be as mean as you want because you can speak this in Uteshian and none of us will understand.
Very true. How do you introduce the party to your brother?
So yes, I am actually going to speak in Uteshian after like the first, like each person's going to recognize their name and that's it. So over here we have Arwin. He is a crazy bard, really awful payer. Never let him pay you. Don't take any job of his. But he good man, you know. We have over here Isaac, crazy person. He can fly in air. He's mental. Use magic. Don't trust him ever. We over here we have Sesh. She great. She fantastic. Stick with her. She got your back. We have
I tap my glass to his.
Yeah.
You can't understand yours.
You can't understand him.
Rivalon.
Yeah, but I'm
gotta
offering
deal
it
with
to what's his name, to his brother. Like, you know, cheers.
Great.
Nice to meet you,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
So yeah, and then Rivalon over here, you can cut deal with him, but he bit tight you. But otherwise, good people. They are good crew. So everybody, now speaking in common. So everybody, this is my brother Damir. Apparently he's been looking for me. Great, everyone say
Hey, Demir,
Dimitri.
and I will.
Good
I will
nice to
give him
meet
a
you.
pat on the back.
Good nice to meet
I'll give
you.
him a
He
pat
looks-
on the back.
He looks a bit shy when he's being introduced. He's not used to a lot of people. But hello. It's good to know my brother has a lot of people with him. The last I saw, he only had you, because you were hired. Basically,
Right.
when R1 came through, you were hired by him, so you just kind of went with him at one point. So your last night there was kind of after you got hired by R1. So
Notice he didn't say friends.
yeah, no, I've been looking for you. It's been hard. You get around a lot. And kind of hard that you don't have a name. It's like a group, so it's kind of hard to figure out where you are, and who's who, in that. But yeah, I've been trying to find you for like a
So long that he's changed from kind of Russian to Scottish.
it shifts. It shifts.
Yeah, I mean, I've been so long at the Dwarven Freeholds, it just keeps going.
So long! That's like talking Scottish.
It's throat singing now. Martin clothes.
Fucking God
Right.
damn it. Making it worse on me. You all know what this was. When you got into this game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie, man. This is great fun.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is so much fun.
Yeah, no, it's been about 2 months since I tried finding you. I thought I missed you again, because everybody said you went on a ship, and last time you did that, it was very hard to find where you went from Davenport. So, could we maybe talk alone? Kind of looking at
I
his brother.
will.
Just
Hand
talk
you
Uteshian.
senior.
We don't understand a word you say anyway.
I'm
I
gonna
will
go to the
actually
bar
hand-
and start secretly spreading rumors about Sedna. There is a pirate queen back who apparently shares the blood of Galifar the Red, and she's come to seek vengeance on the Crimson.
I want the mental image to go out to everybody. Essentially, a half-drunk Isaac just going like, no, there's this.
Have you heard?
Pirate queen. She's got a bottle of wine in a hand, just like drinking straight from it.
I will hand
Queen
Eustenia
her bitch.
the key to my room and
Yeah,
say,
that pirate
use
queen
that.
bitch.
I am going to make sure that he does not get himself killed.
And
I say, pointing at Isaac.
Arwen's gonna pick up off Isaac, but he's gonna turn it into a song, like on the
All right.
spot.
Rivalon's going
Okay.
to sit there and go, and I'm with these people.
Just nursing a drink, kind of looking at it. Kind of drink.
How?
In a very sad way. At it.
You enjoy that we kill things.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, you.
It's always a
okay,
good
so
fight.
So Stenny, you do get the room key from Sash because she has a room here because she bought it.
Yep, she's like, she's the only one here who buys a room because she likes her
Yeah.
privacy.
So if he's now a Teshin. We maybe talk alone. It's kind of personal. It's family.
Family business, of course. We can speak of this, brother. Come with me. And I'll lead him to the room so that we can speak private.
Yeah, and you've known your brother your whole life, obviously. And
No, his
Really?
whole life. His brother's whole life, not his whole life.
That's true.
Brother's younger.
He is 4 years younger than you. He was your little brother. Though he's actually always been the he's less of a hardcore Yuteshin as you are. He is not he's not as good of a rider, not as good as a hunter as you. But he did learn how to read and write common fairly young. He's the one who taught you how to read and write common. Because your parent, your mother doesn't know how to speak common. Your father knows how to speak broken common. Before.
Is this
your
the one
brother
that knows where
taught.
the library is?
Yeah, he's the same. He's the same one. I mean, Utari can tell you what his family structure is, but this is your brother. It's odd for him to be out by himself, like this far out. Like he's a grown man under a Teshin culture, but it must be a big deal when you kind of go into this room and you see him kind of sigh, and he looks somewhat uncomfortable, but he's very serious when he says, it's about father. He's like scratching at his like little growing beard uncomfortably. He's getting older, and they don't think it's he's having trouble. Like, this is actually him, not me. He's having trouble finding words for it.
What is wrong with Papa?
He fell off his horse and he couldn't ride for a few days, and it's getting worse. And they think it's getting time. They hired a healer, went a lot on it, and he couldn't. And they don't think it will be long. So he wanted me to find you for the choosing that's going to happen.
I see. Yes, this is very important. Thank you, brother, for bringing this news.
And the mother wants to see you, and it's been a while. She misses you, and well, Zivka's Zivka. She wants to gut you for leaving. That's Zivka. Zivka's your older brother, older sister.
Yeah, yeah. I've got the pseudonyms here.
Yeah, Zivka's your older sister. She's about 5 years older than you. She was
Yeah.
the eldest of your father's children. You know, you two never got along. She
Yeah.
kind of hates you, and yeah. So it's kind of par for the course.
Because of his ripped physique.
Well, she never understood, you know. I needed to go see the world, you know, explore the riches to bring back to the family. You know, I have very large purse to bring back home. If I didn't go, I would still be what, rustling shepherds for our tribe from wandering peoples across the desert, living on scraps. No, she
I
don't. She no
I-
understand.
I do, I do. But they want me to get you and bring you back to for it. And I understand if you have a job that stop you, but if you could, it would it'd mean a lot. And I know Father wants you to take part and put your name in the ring for it, even if you don't. I don't know. It'd be good for him before he you know.
I know. No, this is important. Family is everything. We are tribe or we are nothing. I will come home. I will tell the party. I think I remember. I don't quite recall, but I think they may have business in the plains anyway. So you know, if they want to come along, they can. But no, we are family or we are nothing. I will come home.
It's good. That's good. Also, I could use some money. I kind of used it all on the boat ticket from Doveport to.
You're
Bald
Scottish
Harbour.
again.
Oh, Tamir, what sort of trouble did you get into? How much you need?
Well, I have 4 gold pieces left in my pocket. I left with 20. It's
I'm just
kinda
gonna like
late.
toss. I'm just gonna like hand over 100.
Are you sure?
Don't spend it all in one bowling alley.
God damn it.
Of course.
You-
That's
you
why
weren't
I took the
kidding.
job. That's why I
I
took
might-
job, brother.
I may have also spent like some money on books. I didn't need that. I didn't have it. It's that. Oh, don't worry. I'll take. Yeah. And takes the money. It's like he doesn't know what to say. That's the most money he's seen in his life. Cause
Tamir, like I'm
All
gonna
this
like
gold
put
in-
my hand on his shoulder. Tamir, you have not got yourself in trouble, dear, have you? You're not gotten involved in sharks.
No. No. They gave me money to find you, and I hadn't been to a big city before, and there was a bookshop, and all I have is the ones the teachers, the traveling teachers, gave us. And I thought maybe it would be nice to have a new one. And you remember your brother? He learned common from a traveling band of holy men that kind of roll through every so often, and they
Yeah.
had these had a common primer that kind of taught common and how to read and write and stuff. You never really gave much of a crap about it,
Yeah.
but he did, and last time you remember, he still had his like really old, like it's like 15 years old, bindings breaking down everything like that, but he still had it, and he always wanted to go with you and your dad to one of the cities because they had bookstores and stuff, and he wanted to read, to get more like book to read. So not out of place, but I'll yeah. Thank you. This means a lot.
I've got some
We
books you
look
can
after
read.
each other, brother. But yes, I mean, if my party's coming along, you and your books, you're always better with that than. Well, you could maybe speak to that sash lady, the Dragonborn. She's quite the scholarly type too. You might get along with her.
Really? She looks like she hurt me.
Yes, but looks could be deceiving. I mean, you taught me to read. I mean,
I'm going to say Sesh has 16 charisma, and most of it is not on her face.
Wow.
Whoa!
That's one way of saying it, I guess.
Excuse me. I need
Put
to
that
go
one
find
on a
some drugs.
t-shirt. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I have 25 charisma. None of
I'll
it got on my
I'll
face.
think about it. If they come with us, I'll think about it. That would be nice. Do you need to talk with them about this?
I will tell them that I have family things to take care of. This is obviously the news. They don't necessarily need to know details if the family wanted to, quiet. But I tell them it's important.
Well, it's up to you. How you want to do it? It's not secret, and
Okay. Yeah, I will tell them. I think they will either appreciate it and respect it, or they will say it is opportunity. I don't know. I don't care. Either way, I will come.
it's good to hear. Good to see you.
It's good to see you too, brother. Nah, Justinian's gonna give him another so big hug.
All right. He hugs back.
Sydney's just like, I'm going to crush you.
Yo, yeah, is it like a big brother hug where you're actually
Just breaks his spine. Haha. There will only be one leader of the tribe.
yeah, you
There
hug
can
him,
only be
he hugs
one.
back, and yeah, are you?
So, friends, I have important news to tell you.
Oh?
Am I back at the table? Have you collared me? back
Yeah,
at the
I
table?
would have
Okay.
picked you up and put you back at the table.
Yeah,
if I had to.
I would have waited until everyone's gathered.
We've gone 15
Isaac-
minutes over already.
Oh yeah, do we want to end with the hug, and we'll start next session with you.
It won't take long to
Yeah,
wrap
no,
this up.
let's just
Alright,
let's
do
just
that. Let's do
finish
that.
the night.
So you
at
can
least.
think about things overnight for
Yeah.
a week.
So I have news. My father is on his way to join our ancestors. He have accident, and my brother came all this way to tell me. He is not long, and I don't know how quickly we can get back, but he wants to see me before he go and join our ancestors, and there is many tradition that is required of us, and I am required to take part in, especially with the choosing for next person to lead the tribe. I cannot not go. This is important for me. My father and my mother, my whole family. I am nothing without my family. But as I understand it, you were Isaac. You were wondering, or someone was wondering about some library. My father knew about it. He used to travel to the cities. He knew about this thing. I maybe if he's feeling well enough when we get there, I could ask him about it. It could be useful for you if you want to come along. But I must go. I must go, my friends.
We
When you mention your father is on the way out, she will place a hand very kindly on your arm or shoulder, whichever one is closest.
You'll give it. Normally, I'm not under the influence when trying to word. We were planning on traveling through the plains, when on our way through anyway, and we did talk about stopping to meet your tribe, because with the thing that we're planning on doing, we might need extra warriors. So, well, I think it aligns quite well, and, well, family is everything. So,
Agreed.
we will,
No idea.
I mean...
I put a hand over Rivellon's mouth.
Touch me and I'll break your arm.
Put my hand over his mouth.
Rivellon's a mean drunk.
You have done us a great service. It is fair that we do a great service to you. And if any of you believe in destiny, then the fact that this lines up as we're traveling there anyway, I believe that it is a sign from, well, whoever you believe in. Barman!
I think that's the perfect note to end it on there.
Just barman. More wine.
Do you have any bread? Okay, so we will leave it here, and we will join us next week, where we begin our travels.
To figure out what you're doing.
Yeah, we've got
You got a new thing that's wrapping in there.
Time.
Yeah,
How are we going to get
time.
there?
yeah. Are we gonna still travel by horse, or are we gonna try and get?
We can
a
do this
faster
in
thing?
the intervening
Yes.
time, or at the beginning of next
But-
episode.
We'll join you
Yep.
next week, 7:30 BST, same time as always on a Wednesday for more Sleeping Giants. As always, thank you to Commissar Roach, who is over in that corner on my screen, for writing this campaign, and thank you to all of these guys for joining me. I'm Midgeman Rival. You've got your people on your end. We will see you next time. Goodbye.